Albertsons.
Oh, okay. As long as it's not.
That's Albertsons.
As long as it's not Walmart or Target.
Mm-mm.
Oh,
I mean, it's probably not great either.
Albertsons. Isn't Albertsons also owned by Walmart?
That's what I
No.
mean.
Albertsons is owned by Kroger or whatever. Or Kroger owns, or
They used to be
Albertsons
owned by
owns
Walmart.
Kroger. No.
Who bought Alpha Beta?
Well, who bought Sigma Gamma?
That was so stupid.
On tonight's episode, Hollywood soundstages open up for content creators. James Gunn says Batman 2 is still happening, and stoners rejoice because Harold and Kumar and Spaceballs are getting a sequel all in the same month. We got a 64-ounce pouch of Capri Sun. We're reading Benjamin from Oni Press, so stick around because your fandom... Welcome back to the place where we think all the deep thoughts about all the shallow things. Welcome back. This is the Deeper Issues Nerdcast. All right. All right. If this is your first time joining us, we take the weekly geeky zeitgeist and make it accessible and digestible. We'll deep dive into the latest movies, TV, games, or whatever thing the internet is fighting about now, and nerdsplain it to the best of our abilities anyways. So no nerdy background necessary to hang out, whether you're a total newbie or a level 99 pop culture wizard, whether you argue Star Wars for sport or you think midichlorians are a vitamin. Myself and my panel of nerdsplainers have a PhD in pop culture in order to be your geeky guides to discovering what kind of nerd you really are. So welcome to the gateway to all things nerdy. No gatekeeping allowed. Welcome to the Deeper Issues Nerdcast. Okay, there we go. All right.
There they are.
This week, my prophets of pop culture, my media masterminds, my streamer supreme, my dorky devotees, unconventionalists, conventionalists, convention, zeitgeist zealots. To my left, the good Diddy. He's a don'ty. Eventually, Sean Combs will lose that name and be out of the zeitgeist, and this joke will no longer be relevant, but it always will be, at least probably for the next 3 to 5 years. Sorry, Diddy. Live, Diddy, Julian King.
I hate that every single intro.
Well,
has to
I can't
do
help what's happening in the news.
That intro was really smooth.
It's rough.
To my right over here, the man running the decks this week, all branded up. Tommy Jeff is the face of the Deeper Issues Nerdcast. He's got like the Deeper Issues Nerdcast sticker, the new neon sign behind him. Yeah.
Oh yeah, looking
this is what
good.
people are gonna see. We need to protect ourselves here. We need to put the whitest person on the podcast front and center with all the branding.
That's true.
God,
Look at those blue eyes
right now. Oh my gosh.
Stay away, Ice.
Oh,
Our special
gonna
guests,
melt in
we're not
Southern
getting political this
California.
week. Our special guests here, no Ty, we're like, Ty, there's something different about you.
Ty, you've changed.
Can't quite put my finger on it. The OC facialist, our Disney princess expert, Andrea McKeehan.
Hi.
Oh,
Oh, hello.
She's coming in hot. Hello there, all you listeners. Yeah, we have a pretty cool episode. Ty is in Orlando
Florida.
doing the Disney World thing.
Yeah.
Oh, damn.
Yeah, I'm jealous.
Nice.
I was just there, but I would go back. Like if somebody was like, next week there's an all expenses trip to Disney World, I wouldn't be like, I just went there. I'd be like, let's go.
I've never been.
I've never been either,
Wow.
and I would love to go.
I would love to go too.
Mhm.
But now the Muppets are gone.
I know.
The Muppets are gone?
Yeah, they took
The
out
Muppets
that
are gone.
attraction.
Thanks for
That's
following us
so
on the
annoying.
Deeper Issues Nerdcast.
I remember this. I remember we talked about this on one of the podcasts.
Yeah.
And I was not here for it.
Yeah, the Muppets ride went away on June 7th of this year. The Muppets 4D. However,
Mhm.
the Muppets, look, we're just getting into it. We're getting hot. This isn't even the news segment, but the Muppets are getting the Rock and Roller Coaster is going to be rebranded to be Muppets.
Muppets.
Okay.
So the Muppets, Muppet Vision 3D, which I first started, it was Muppet Vision 4D.
Mm.
But yeah, they are getting the Rock and Roller Coaster. So,
But what are they going to put there? Does anybody know?
a Monsters Inc. world.
Oh.
Oh my God.
Wow.
We're getting into all the Disney. We're starting early. This
Okay,
is why.
good.
Oh yeah, we're gonna get into Disney.
We got to get into it.
Not only because Dre is a good human, but she also has a lot of really good Disney insight that we're going to dive into the show. But before we get into the news and stuff and all those things, this show is all about learning, whether you're learning something from us or we learn stuff every week ourselves. So there's a little segment called What Did We Learn This Week? Sparkle.
Sparkle. Ain't not a single one
Is
says
that one
sparkle.
magic?
Yeah.
There
you go.
There we go.
What did we learn?
Y'all, I'm learning how to do this.
Yeah. That's a good one. That's a good one.
Tommy Jeff, he's running the decks in place of Ty. You're doing a good
Sure.
job, Tommy Jeff.
Yeah, you're
We're
doing
having fun
good.
with
Killing
it,
it, dude.
Yeah.
I'm seeing what's happening here. It's fantastic.
Doing great.
Yep.
Doing great stuff.
Well, do you want to start? Do you want to kick us off, Tommy Jeff? With
Ah,
what? So this is your
yeah.
returning
So
from being sick, by the way.
yeah, I was
For
sick.
being sick.
Oh, don't even say the air
Sick
quotes.
with it.
So I lost my voice for like almost 2 weeks because I've been sick for a minute. Like I got sick like right after the last podcast episode I was on. And I found out that whispering is really bad for your vocal
It
cords
is.
and
Yes.
your throat. And
Oh.
I had no idea because I was like, I don't have a voice, but I can whisper.
No, it's bad.
Yeah.
It's worse.
Don't do that.
I did not know this. So this
Mhm.
is what I've learned. And then I went through like this deep dive of like just like your vocal cords and like how you're supposed to talk. And like just don't whisper. If you don't have a voice, don't talk.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just don't talk.
Just don't talk.
And yeah, that was just the wildest thing. I thought
Yeah.
someone was BSing me when they told me this.
No.
I love that.
I
Yes,
had
it-
surgery on my vocal cords.
Oh.
And yeah,
Oh.
because I got like 2 nodules on them.
You had the nodes?
Yes, I got the nodes.
Damn.
And they cut them out, and then they said you cannot talk for 2 weeks and don't whisper. So I had to write everything, or
Dang.
else they wouldn't have healed right.
Yeah.
It's
Wow.
crazy.
That's
That's
wild.
insane.
You know what the key is
That's
when you're
insane.
losing your voice? And I feel like everybody overcomplicates it because there are disinflammatories like ginger and turmeric, and people would be like a little bit of cayenne pepper with some lemon or
I feel
whatever.
real attacked with this right now.
No, that's a good thing. And is
Yeah.
that what you were taking?
Yeah, ginger and turmeric is was like
natural disinflammatories and stuff. Yeah, but no, the other thing, this is all natural, is a shitload of water. Like drink like
Yeah.
3 times the amount of water that you probably normally drink. I don't know, I'm not a doctor or anything, so nobody out there.
No, but it's true.
but
you drink a lot of
water, yeah, keeps your throat hydrated, which is what needs to happen, kind of, in order to heal.
Yeah.
And it heals a lot quicker. And then just don't talk. I used to work a retail job where I feel like I would once a year lose my voice because you're just interacting with so many people. And I was in a job where I had to talk like all the time.
Mhm.
And yeah, I would fucking still show up to work because, corporations are evil and shit.
Mhm, yeah.
Yeah.
So I still had to, and it costs money to be alive is the other thing. Apparently,
Right.
it's like $300 a day
Yeah.
just to leave your house.
Just to leave your house.
Just-
You're not
So
even
true.
kidding.
I wish there was just like, if you just had like a vending machine then right outside of my house that I could put the money in, I'd just be like, let's just get it all out of the way
Get it
now.
all out of the way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, and it was the worst thing ever. I feel like to like not have your voice. I feel like on a show that all we're doing is literally talking.
Yeah.
Like clearly we all like to talk enough.
Mm-hmm.
I imagine we're all fans of communication around here.
Yeah.
With our own personal body.
What's hilarious about
organs
this
and bodies.
is like if I'm not on this podcast, I don't talk.
Yeah.
Like if I'm at work, I talk all the time.
Mhm.
Yeah.
But like even if I'm around like a group of friends, I
Yeah.
am the quiet one.
Mm.
I sit there and I usually just go,
Just nod.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What?
Oh.
That's definitely what I think about anytime I think about you, Tommy Jeff.
Yeah.
I have
you
no
said-
experience
You
with
said-
it.
The
You know what you're talking
if
about.
I
I've been both
Katie,
without working.
Katie
Yeah,
is in the
you
chat.
have.
I'd like you to confirm.
Street. Yeah.
Street Fighter, yeah.
And
Yeah, she's guessing.
Shout out to Katie Herman, who always guesses what's behind Tommy Jeff on the TV.
She
Oh,
is
she guessed.
a real one. We've said this, and I'll say it again. We love her.
Street Fighter back there.
yeah,
I totally forgot they made a
See,
movie.
Oh, yeah.
It's-
Katie just said it's truth. I have no idea how we've been friends.
Wow.
So yes, but yeah, unless if you hear me say that I'm quiet and you have the exact opposite all the time,
Mhm.
is because I actually really freaking like you. So,
Okay. Okay.
take it as a compliment, and I'm sorry.
I'm a little envious of that. I feel like my life, there aren't very many. You have children and your moments of silence.
They're golden.
There's
They're golden.
They're
So
platinum,
golden.
friend.
So platinum.
whatever the rarest metal is that comes off of this planet or the moon or something, that's what they are.
Mhm.
Because yeah, you have to, and then it's not like regular communicating because you're communicating to somebody who's like, not educated and wild.
You're a big time idiot.
You're Did he say it like
He goes,
that's a pretty good impression.
You're a big time idiot.
That's so good.
That's Finn
My
talking
five,
about Kai.
my 5-year-old sounds like, and I don't have an accent, but he sounds like sometimes he sounds like Pedro from Napoleon Dynamite. So it's like
I don't know how he got that accent, but it's so cute.
It is so cute. It is so cute.
We don't do that. I'm like, oh, what? Sir, you were
Oh my
raised in
God.
Orange County.
yeah.
That's so
If
funny.
you vote for me, all your wildest dreams will come true.
Yeah, literally.
That's what my son
It's so
sounds like.
cute, though.
Yeah, not a lot of moments of silence, but I appreciate that. But your voice is back now, and I'm very happy
It
about
is.
Tommy Jeff. So you learned-
Katie
don't
has
whisper.
also continued to say, TJ gets loud once in a while, so TJ hates me because it is not all the time, apparently.
I
love it.
yeah, I don't think I've ever have I seen the quiet Tommy Jeff?
Yes.
Yeah, I guess so.
Oh my God, Lazy Dog. Every time we go to Lazy Dog.
Whenever
I'm
at
quiet.
Lazy Dog, you're like, "Nyeh, nyeh, 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 ee." And I'm like, yeah, girl, get it out. You're like
I-
stimming when you're there. I don't know what you're talking about.
I feel like you have just pulled this so far out of your ass.
Oh my God, bet. I will take a video. It's at the end of the night when you start doing your.
Oh yeah, the noise making, but that's not me. That's me being obnoxious. That's not me being loud.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
Like, isn't it like there's a
Just like
difference? with being-
talkative.
Yeah.
okay.
Making noises also is included in talking. No? Okay. Never mind. I've never heard you talk.
Did you learn anything this week?
Oh yeah. I did have some. Wait, what I have? Spiders. So I'm in a
Oh,
thing called
spiders.
Spider League where we send each other pictures of spiders, but we take it very seriously.
Who's in this spider league
Just like a couple of my friends from work
that are not us?
that aren't. If you guys want to join,
Yeah,
you can, but we take it very seriously.
You don't know how many. Is this the thing where you take photos of spiders?
Yes, and send.
I have
in-
all sorts of photos of spiders. All right.
Do you want to join the league?
I don't know.
So
Wait,
I
when
think-
you when you send the
Huge amount of rules.
I'm honored, but give me some time to think on it.
Okay, give me some time to think about it.
so
when I
you
send-
send it into the group chat, and then what happens? Like,
So me and the other moderator, we rate
yeah.
them.
there's moderators.
oh, you rate them.
Yes.
Okay, you rate them.
It's mostly just a joke, but we take it very seriously as a joke.
And what's the rating system?
It's just what we decide.
Okay.
And what
There's
So it's,
no real rating
How do you
system.
rate the spiders though?
No,
based on,
it's just like
So it's in the
That's good.
moment.
it's
you
if
either
they're
like it or you hate
dangerous,
it.
if they're dangerous, harmful to humans, that's real good.
are you using bugguide.net?
No, it's
Bug
it's
guide
called
dot net.
Picture Insect.
That is like the
I've never heard of it.
bug encyclopedia online.
We're using Picture Insect, which is really good. But
not
so the other
Bug-Guide.
day, it was my mom on Father's Day. It was my mom's birthday, and I caught a spider in my sink. It was just running around in my sink. This sink spider, right?
Mm.
And I was like, oh, that's a weird looking spider. So I take a picture. He was running all around though, obviously confused because he's in a sink.
Yeah.
But I took a picture. I got a picture of him, and
maybe he was building a web. Maybe he wasn't confused. Maybe he was like,
I don't know,
exploring his terrain.
No, I think he was trying to desperately get out.
Oh.
But I was like, okay, chill. I'm gonna get you out now. And so I picked him up with like a card, and then I took him outside and just like put him on the ground. But he like when I put him on the card, he like ran up my hand and ran back down. I was like, chill. And I threw him out. And then I put it.
Nope.
I know.
What are you telling us right now? You got spiders all over your hand?
No.
This is a nightmare for me.
Yeah.
It honestly has made me like confront a lot of my fears about spiders.
Yeah, aren't you terrified of spiders?
I don't like spiders, but it's been so fun.
I remember the ongoing
I don't like.
No, yeah, I know.
But now I'm like down with them. Now when I see them, I'm like, yay! But then it's really funny because I'll take a picture in their live photos, and usually the live photo ends with me going, ah! so yeah, I'm still scared.
Okay.
But this one was just like the tiniest little spider that I was just like, this is a little guy. I'll just throw him outside. And now it's helping me with my arachnophobia.
And you looked it up and it was like, this is the deadliest spider.
Bro, I looked him up and he was very scary, deadly.
Oh
Was he?
Was it a
Yeah.
brown recluse?
Well, no, it was a false widow.
False widow.
Yeah,
And
they kind of look like.
But he was like a baby or something. So he was like really small. But babies have like more venom in them than like widows or like a full grown.
This may be terrible, but if it's a black and red spider,
it
10 out of 10 times, I'm probably squishing it.
Yeah, same.
There was no
Same.
red
No
on
questions asked.
There was no red
That's
on
the
it.
false widows. They have a little bit of like red, or it was
a
brown.
baby. It was a baby. I'll show you the picture.
No,
if
there's a baby, you got siblings around here, and you got a girlfriend.
Exactly.
We got problems.
I'm not above squishing a spider with like my thumb or my finger.
I didn't
that's
think that it was
in
a
me.
false widow. What I learned is that spiders are very deceiving.
Yeah,
you don't know.
Yeah.
It could be the smallest little spider that you ever seen, and you take a picture of it, and then you put it into the thing. And I was like, I wonder how accurate this is. So I put it in the iPhone thing.
Yeah, this little search.
Same thing. And I was like, damn, I think this is actually the spider that was like literally just like crawling in my hand. What the hell?
I will say.
And I don't get rated on Spiderly because I'm a moderator.
Oh, is that?
So I'm risking my life for nothing.
Wait, so your spiders don't get
you can't
rated?
rate your own
No,
spiders?
I'm just out here with the best spiders.
You're like the Tim Gunn.
Well, there's no fun in that.
spiders.
No, I know. It's just to show these guys up.
I can't get a picture of this spider. We'll make it work.
No, because they call me Spider Queen. It feels great. I was like, I live next to wetlands. So they're like, where'd you get that spider? Do you live in the woods? And I was like, no, I live in the wetlands. So like I have a lot of spiders and critters around. And they're like, oh, damn. I don't know if it was a good old damn or bad old damn. I imagine it was bad. So that's what I learned. Spiders are deceiving.
Yeah, spiders are deceiving.
I find this fascinating.
I mean, try to save them because they do eat insects, but not the ones that will bite you. I think that I don't know.
I will say this: the
Kill 'em.
new technology. No, I don't kill them all.
Don't kill them all.
I take a photo if it's not trying to escape. I take a photo. I'll do like a 1 minute little search on the spider and see if he's, and then judge, jury, and executioner just take him out if he.
It's pretty wild, dude. Because it's pretty wild.
That's exactly my train of thought.
Yeah.
Like
It's like, all right,
I'm not even looking it up. You're dead.
Oh,
Yeah. No.
You're dead right now.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're a quick judge.
No doubt
You know
about
what?
it.
Yeah.
I'm good with you.
Yeah.
Your kid likes bugs, though. You've
Oh
brought bugs
my God.
voluntarily into your home.
Not
Bugs-
voluntarily.
Bugs
Against
is
my
different,
will.
though. Bugs is different than spiders.
No, there's like
No, against my will, not
Oh.
voluntarily.
yeah. There's got like hissing cockroaches and stuff.
Yeah,
Ugh.
don't even get me started.
Cockroach.
Oh my God.
Ugh.
Those are one died.
I do love beetles, but
No, I don't like any type of bugs, and they're there in my house.
he likes bugs.
Yes, but he won't handle them.
Oh.
But he likes them, and
I get that.
can't get rid of it.
I get
doesn't
that.
make any sense.
Treya, did you learn anything this week? Or I tell you, I didn't have anything that I learned this week because I figured I had a challenge that we were gonna, not a challenge.
What
but,
is a challenge?
No, we're not.
If it has
She's our
anything to do with
special
that
guest.
tequila, I
So
swear to God.
Oh, shit.
No, it better not.
No.
I don't really feel like nothing is like profound. I
You've
feel
learned
like
some stuff this week, I'm sure.
okay.
But if
well,
not, we'll nerd.
I mean, I don't
This
think
is
mine
what
was.
Mine
very
wasn't profound.
Okay,
Like,
well,
Spiders are sometimes dangerous. You know what I mean? I'm a big time idiot.
yeah, I mean, spiders are dangerous.
I don't know. I feel like I just learned that like sleep is something that not too many people take seriously, and people need to. Sleep is
Amen,
amazing.
brother.
Sleep literally fuels the soul.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
It's true.
I can agree with that.
It just needs to be taken more seriously.
Yeah.
I don't get a lot of sleep.
Yeah, me neither.
Yeah, see?
I
That's
have
the
really
thing.
poor sleep patterns. And when I was sick, I could not sleep at all. And I was like, I thought I was dying.
Yeah. Oh my God.
I was like, there's no way I'm not dying right now.
It's very underrated.
Yeah. I love sleeping, but it's hard for me to fall asleep and stay asleep.
Mm.
Yeah, we had this. We did have this. One of our more hilarious clips when we were talking about what you could do if you could freeze time temporarily. I think Diddy's answer was like, "I would
Sleep.
Yeah,
That was my answer.
Exactly.
I'm just
That's such a good
stop
answer.
time and sleep as long as I want.
Yeah.
And then I wake up and be like, boom,
Yeah.
day started.
Yeah.
7 a.m. Look how productive I am.
But there is
already.
such thing as too much sleep. So it's like you have to find the right.
Is there? But I don't know. Have you really gone up for the challenge? Have you gotten too much sleep?
Well, when
Yes.
I
Yeah.
yes.
Maybe,
Yes.
maybe
Yes.
though. Maybe
I have.
you didn't go past. You didn't push yourself. You gave up right before you hit that ultimate REM sleep. Or
I have to
something.
say, when I get at least like 8 hours, when I get a solid 8 hours, it just I can function the next day. Like
Actually,
when I
studies show
don't-
that women need more than 8 hours.
I believe it. Like
because
10.
the sleep studies were, performed on men and not women, and they were just like, this applies to every human.
Oh,
But actually, women need more like 10 to 11
More
hours.
I
sleep,
believe
yeah.
that.
I agree.
Yeah,
Believe it, I'll send you the study.
I've sold.
Yeah.
I believe it.
Why?
Because y'all create like humans in life and shit.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
You have a lot.
I
you
thought
have
you were
a
gonna be
lot
like,
more going
y'all
on.
be crazy. You need
Yeah.
more sleep. I
right,
was like,
yeah.
you better watch it.
Yeah.
Because I only got 2 hours
No.
last night.
It
No.
makes sense though.
You make life.
Yeah.
Mhm.
No,
Absolutely.
yeah, our bodies need more sleep.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. There's a lot to. I'm not making any life. I mean, technically a little something. But you know,
Yeah,
contribute to the process,
it
but
makes
that's-
men so exhausted
Look,
to make babies.
when my kids were born, let me tell you this terrible thing that happened. I had to sleep on this very tiny couch in the
Oh.
delivery room.
Oh no.
It was very uncomfortable.
Yeah.
I mean, because you totally
What a
had
world. What a world.
It was not. It was not great.
you didn't have
You-
to push a giant human
Yeah.
child out
It
of
was
your head.
it happened the same time Monday Night Raw was on too. So I'm like on this little couch, not comfortably able to watch Monday Night. Raw.
Oh man.
Not comfortable.
Why?
Yeah, it was- I'm like,
Oh
I
my-
wanted like the maximum viewing experience when I'm watching my pro wrestling. I'm watching my
That's what they
stories.
talk about when they say the horrors of childbirth.
That's
Oh
what
my
I feel like
God.
they're talking about.
I can only imagine that's
Yeah,
what they're talking
It's not. I mean, I'm not saying I
No,
did
but yeah.
anything, but look, sacrifices were made. So,
Okay,
I
knock
wanna
it off.
punch you
now.
right now. I
Knock
want to
it
punch you right now.
I know it's just Father's Day, but you need to knock it
as
off.
Father's Day, I'm still riding that Father's Day wave.
Yeah, you're the only one.
Yeah.
No one else
Father's
is
Day.
riding that wave.
AP's in here. You guys spot
Hi.
right there next to
Let me
Nah.
move
behind the
let me
scenes.
move the kitten.
with the steak,
Hi.
the real MVP. Yeah. Well, okay. So,
He doesn't
anyways,
love me.
yeah, childbirth is also hard for fathers. and
You
stuff.
know,
But,
since we're
uh,
on fun
Brave.
fact topics real quick, you know, sometimes when giving childbirth, you poop.
Yes.
Yeah.
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 I think that's
That wasn't
I
my
think-
experience, but I have heard of.
Yeah, I've heard it too. It's not my experience.
Yeah.
Either.
also not my experience, but,
But
yes,
I just think that's a great fact to know.
you're pushing a lot of things out of your body.
It is a fact.
Mhm.
I'll tell you, I watched both
The
of my
Lord.
kids being delivered, and it's fantastic. Like I feel like a lot of people will say all the like the like it's pretty like insane of a thing to be like this human is coming out of another human.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I watched
And-
all 3 of my nephews be born.
It's wonderful.
I don't ever
First one
wanna
was
be in a
room
Malachi,
as
and
somebody
I
being
was
born.
12, and they moved me in front.
Oh,
front
you
and
like
center.
yeah.
And I thought I was being funny, and I was like, I'm a child. But she was like currently giving birth, so it was not funny. Everyone was like, shut the fuck up.
Oh my!
And I was like,
gosh.
you're right. I
You're
know
right,
you're right.
yeah, all right,
You're
okay,
right.
all right.
That's not funny. And then the
Ill-timed humor.
ill-timed, it's kind of funny if you think about it. But then the next 2, I was older and just freaking cried. Like it was
Mm.
beautiful.
I thought it was beautiful. Yeah, I thought every like there's nothing. I know like some people are gonna say what it is, but I thought it was fantastic.
This
No,
went
I'm just like there you are.
direction.
Yeah.
You've been in here.
You're here now.
You're here.
Like,
You exist
what?
now. You're
I
in
don't know how
existence.
we ended up at childbirth.
I
but
know
yeah,
I don't know,
either.
man.
Sleep is important.
Sleep started it. Yes.
Yeah, this is the
Sleep
rabbit
is-
hole we fell down. I didn't learn.
I feel a lack of it right now.
Yeah.
I didn't learn shit this week, y'all. You like that? I didn't learn nothing.
That's what I say. That's my line.
Yeah, well, this time it's my line. Only because
Can't be stealing
since
my line.
Dre, I don't want to keep the podcast. We got to move things along here,
Okay.
and I did want to go since Drea. So Drea is our special guest because we are going to be talking about some things Disney. Andrea, can you tell us a little bit about why you are the Disney expert in our group today? What? Give us a little bit of your...
I worked at Disney in the entertainment department for a few years, and then I was promoted to be friends with Princess Tiana. We have to say be friends with.
Oh, really?
Yeah, she was my friend. She was my
Oh.
very good friend. And so I worked at Disneyland for about 8.5 years, and I've just been around Disney.
You got the underwear in front of you, by the way.
I
just
know.
noticed
I
that.
was looking. I was
It's
just
a
like, oh my
microfiber
god,
cloth.
is it underwear or not? I couldn't figure.
But I like how you're still just iron.
Yeah,
That's
so
crazy,
sound.
Pablo. Oh my God. You need to clean up.
But yeah, so now I'm a licensed esthetician. So I specialize in scar revision and acne. I do acne boot camps and stuff like that. But yeah, Disney was a huge part of my life.
Drea gave me like, I guess this kind of ties into a little bit what I learned, not today, but what I've learned in general, because Andrea, she's great. And she's given me some facials, and she's given me a skincare routine based on my skin type.
That's right.
And my skin's never felt better. I feel
so happy.
So that last time you were here, we kind of briefly talked about it, but this time I wanted to do a deeper dive on it because, it's Deeper Nerdcast.
Mm-hmm.
And we kind of talked about the Patrick Bateman American Psycho. We've talked about American Psycho in the last couple episodes because they're also like rebooting the movie. I think Austin Butler was originally attached. Now Ryan Schwarzenegger, is that his name? Arnold's kid?
I can find it for
from White Lotus. Yeah, I think he's now
right.
the front runner for the remake. But the original movie from what's the movie? When did that movie come out? Did he?
Wasn't it like
1997?
Time of Jeff?
Oh, was that
2002.
recent?
What movie is it?
American Psycho?
Oh, I was like, is it that?
2001.
I said 2002.
Is that recent?
Are you guys all just guessing right
April
now?
14th
2000.
of the year 2000.
Oh, okay. So I said
We're good.
2002. I also said 97, but that was a joke.
You
And
seem serious.
you know what? We've talked a
wasn't
lot
a
of
joke.
American Psycho on this show now that I
have.
think about it.
We have a
It's
lot.
like an
couple of
ongoing
times.
thing. We had
You're
a graphic
obsessed.
novel. I am. It's
Okay, but
interesting.
American Psycho is fantastic.
It's fantastic. Yeah.
He goes, I thought it was interesting.
I still haven't seen the whole movie because I didn't want to get past because
Well,
you
I
guys
mean,
told
girl-
me it would ruin.
Well, it's I'll tell you too, it's one of the most misunderstood films within, I feel like, a lot of like toxic circles and stuff.
Yeah.
So a lot of people assume that the movie is about like kind of one thing. Just, we had a whole discussion about it. But yes.
Yeah, the whole show.
So yes, you see, I think last time you said this was your love language, his skincare routine. But yes, it would ruin that character for you because he is a psycho.
Yeah,
Psychopath.
exactly. Exactly.
And I'm not going to elaborate because I don't know. Is it spoiling the movie if it came
No.
out 25
No.
years ago?
No,
I
it
don't
is
think,
not
I don't think
spoiling.
so.
No.
Yeah,
No.
he's
If you haven't seen it at this point, it's a choice.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
yeah. Well, no, not necessarily.
It's a choice.
It
Or you're
is.
just young. Like, it's a choice.
Have you seen American Psycho, Adrian? Okay.
It's a choice to not see it.
Okay.
All right. All right. Oh, wow. Trey, why haven't you seen it yet?
Because I don't. You know what? I don't even really know.
No, it's okay.
It sounds
It's
like
not
you
her
told her not
style.
to because of his skincare routine.
His skin.
Like, don't watch it because of his skincare routine. You're gonna,
Well,
it's
no,
gonna ruin the character.
And when
for
I
you.
saw that, I had never. That was just like so. I had never seen anything like that before.
Yeah. It is.
Especially when it comes to skin.
yeah,
Yeah.
in a
So
movie, yeah.
Yeah.
he has. Is it a 9-part? No, it's a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, we're gonna go through it. We're gonna break it down, and then in post, we're gonna eventually add in the clip. I don't know the legalities of putting up this clip from American Psycho on YouTube, so I will say we're just gonna kind of start this movie from the beginning. I will break it down bit by bit, and then Andrea here will kind of give us: is it like movie crap, or is it real, or is this a good thing, or is this a bad thing, or
Yes.
why you're I don't know why you would want to do this for your
Mhm,
skincare.
mhm.
So look, if American Psycho, the one positive thing that it can be one of the most misunderstood films ever, but if there's people walking out there with better skin, I will feel like we've accomplished something today.
Yes.
So
I love that. I love that so
Adrian,
much.
Amen.
okay. Let's see. We're gonna kind of play it here. Sorry, I had it pulled up. Pardon me. All right. This isn't gonna play through. Is this play through here? Okay, there's a little piano. I'll turn this down. Can you see it through here? You can't. Can you see it through my computer?
Yes, I can see it.
Okay.
Mhm.
So let's see if I can turn on subtitles. So interior, New York style apartment, super minimalist,
Yeah,
right?
I like that too.
Minimal
Very minimal.
apartment, a Les Miserables poster.
Mhm.
Where he's looking at his reflection in the framed Les Miserables poster.
So creepy.
Okay, so first he pulls out this ice mask. So he believes, hold on. So,
It's an ice eye mask.
yeah, so in the morning, if his face is a little puffy, he puts on an ice pack while doing stomach crunches.
Yes.
What's the benefit of the ice pack? Is it just swelling? Is that like
yeah. So ice is amazing at so many different things. So he could be putting it on his eyes to kind of like depuff his eyes. You know, a lot of people have the puffy eyes in the morning, and ice like helps to take down.
How effective is that though? Is that like
It's actually really effective.
is that okay?
Yes. And ice is always is also good at taking down
Is that
inflammation, like on pimples, like on acne.
Oh, really?
So I'll tell my clients a lot of time to use
Oh.
ice to take down the inflammation.
My nephew here is 15. He gets pimples all the time. It's part of
Don't
the
point
thing.
at him.
His
Don't
skin looks
stop.
His
great.
skin is
His
fantastic,
skin looks great.
but it's coming.
You have a what?
He's a skincare routine.
Say-
Sorry, he's got a
Oh,
pickle in his mouth.
He's 15 years old. He does.
He's 15 and he's a boy and he has a skincare routine.
Absolutely. This kid showers like
2025.
9 times a day.
He needs the applause.
Oh yeah, hit him with the applause.
Yes.
Adrian off
Oh my
camera says he
God.
has a skincare routine. He's
That
15.
is so
Hey,
good. That is amazing. Okay, so wait. I know you don't have a mic, but what's your skincare routine? I have to know.
Okay,
You wanna see?
yeah, okay. You gotta
He's gonna tell us
gonna
his
get my spot.
skincare routine.
He's got
really
his
quick.
cell phone.
Adrian stepping in momentarily. Did you love this?
I-
Did he love this?
This
She's
is
like,
amazing.
all right, really
Okay.
quick.
So I use the Cetaphil
Okay.
moisturizer. Okay.
Okay.
Well, no, but I begin with the face scrub,
Okay.
and then I follow up with moisturizer,
Mhm.
sunscreen, and then I have like this little ointment
Sunscreen.
my mom uses like for like acne and stuff, like acne prevention or something.
Nice.
So it's a
Vera something.
so it's a
something.
4-part skincare routine.
Yeah, 4-part.
What kind of
It sounds very like preventative.
Yeah,
are you doing
which is
100 crunches and putting ice packs on your puffy eyes?
no.
All right.
Hey, I've been doing my 100 push-ups. You can't even lie.
Adrian.
Nice.
Been
Nice.
challenging him.
I can barely do one now because my arms hurt. But
you.
I have. I worked Adrian up to do some push-ups. Okay.
I love that. Good
Back-
job, Adrian. Bravo.
Good job on having the skincare routine.
Yes.
Thank y'all for having me.
Yes.
Okay. So ice pack, 100 crunches.
Mhm.
Oh, I'm sorry. He can do 1,000 crunches.
It's amazing. Even better.
And then
And all while wearing the ice pack. So
he's doing like mountain climbers and lunges and I don't know, just like twisty
it's
stretches.
amazing. So he's depuffing his under eyes and his skin and his face.
Yes. Okay. So his first part of his routine after he removes the ice pack, he uses a deep pore cleanser. That's a body lotion. It looks like or like body cleanser. he's
Yeah.
using?
I think that's what he's doing. Or is he like lotioning up? Is that lotion?
Let me see.
It might be lotion because he took a shower. Or did he? Take a shower?
He uses a honey almond butter scrub in the shower.
On his that's amazing. He's exfoliating. He's gonna have baby soft skin, smooth, soft, even skin. It's exfoliating before the shower, after the shower,
and
or
then
before the shower, during and after.
Yeah, in the shower, he uses a water activated gel cleanser. What does that does that bring
The
up?
gel cleanser on his face, right?
Let's see.
Water
yes, on his face.
Yeah,
And he's somehow getting
and
in
he's
his
putting
hair.
a little bit in his hair, but at least he's doing his face first and then moving to his hair. You don't ever want to wash your hair and then touch your face.
That's good to know because of your oils from your hair.
Yes. So
Look at
he just did that in the perfect order: face, then hair.
There you go.
Mhm.
Not hair to face.
Not hair to face. The water activated gel cleanser. It's just like a really light gel cleanser that's activated by water.
I feel like I do hair to face sometimes. Now I'm thinking about, am I doing this? in the
is that what
shower?
you were thinking about? And deep thought about is if
I've
you
been
put
deep-
your hair.
Do you do hair to face? Or do you do face to hair?
Well, I'll do my hair and then hours later do my face, like wash hands a lot.
Okay, well that's good. Yeah.
Well, I mean, I don't have to do my hair. Like, what do you mean?
Sure.
Out of the shower?
Wait, if you're in the shower and you're washing your face and your hair, if you're going to full shower
in the
mode-
shower? Well, I missed that part.
Well,
I thought you meant like during the day.
okay, no, in the shower, are you washing your face and then your hair? Or you
No,
washing
I
your
wash
hair and then
face,
your
body, everything, and then I wash my hair.
Oh,
Okay.
that's right. That's the order you want to do.
But
Face, hair.
yeah, that's
not
how I
hair
feel
face.
like. But I feel like with men, it's easier because usually they have the short hair. With women, their hair's longer. So I always say that, yeah, but you don't want to go from your hair to your face.
Or they have that all in one. You know what I mean?
Interesting.
no,
they
not
want-
the all-in-one.
That's what Pablo, is that what you use?
No,
I'm just kidding. I know you're a man
Pablo
of
should not
means.
be using that because he
Yeah, my
buys
skin's
his
super
cleanser
sensitive.
he buys his cleanser.
I'm just kidding.
Well, also my
I know you
skin's
don't use the
super
all in
sensitive.
one
Good.
Oh, all-in-one shampoo,
shampoo, face conditioner.
like Pert Plus
all
or
of it.
something.
Yeah,
You
it's
know,
like literally an all-in-one.
Is Pert Plus still a brand?
Body
Is that
face.
still a thing?
I've never even heard of it.
You never heard of Pert Plus?
No,
Yeah, that's
Tell me,
old.
Jeff.
That's like 70s.
No.
Y'all don't know about Pert Plus?
That's
Are you a
like seven-
vampire?
No, baby. Yeah.
That's like 70s.
Pert
I think you
Plus-
have to tell us if you are.
Pert Plus is a 2-in-1 shampoo conditioner,
I know Pert Plus.
often referred
Oh,
to
I've
as
heard of
Pert
yeah, I've
2-in-1.
seen it. I've seen it. 2-in-1.
No,
I've seen it.
This is
don't
from
use
Google
that.
AI, by the way. Often referred to as Pert 2-in-1, is known for its combination of cleaning and conditioning in one product.
Okay.
Yeah.
It has a history of being marketed in the United States, New Zealand, Australia, and Asia. Pert Plus is currently owned by Sodalius USA.
So it's
formerly
more for
Highland-
hair.
Oh,
Yeah,
Sounds
that's
like
for your
I need
hair.
this
I
for
don't,
my
but you're talking
face.
about the 2-in-1. That's what I
Listen, I
They're-
was just making a joke. We don't have to make a whole thing.
Mane and tail.
I just meant like there's some people that use the hair
Yeah,
and body thing.
the 2-in-1. Yeah.
Well, that's what he just did. He had like a honey almond thing that he put
Put
from his
everywhere?
face- from his face
So
and
there you
then to
go.
his hair. That's how he got here. Okay.
Okay.
So he uses an exfoliating gel scrub. On his
Mhm,
face.
On his okay.
So he exfoliates. You're saying that's great.
That's amazing.
What does that mean, exfoliate? Let's break
Oh
it down.
my god.
So
Look,
it,
this
look,
episode's gonna be 5 hours
People
long.
don't know what exfoliate means all the time. You hear it all the time, but like, what does that mean?
so exfoliating basically is you are removing the dead skin
Okay.
that sits on the surface of your skin.
Boom.
Yeah, and it's great. You want to help your skin shed.
Yes.
That's like a
But-
good thing. So exfoliating is essential.
Okay, so you're removing
for your
dead
skin.
dead
You're
stuff that
removing
lives
dead
on your
skin so it doesn't
face.
just accumulate and sit there.
That
Yeah.
He applies an herb mint face mask, which he leaves on for 10 minutes.
Ooh, herb mint. That sounds clarifying and like hydrating.
Yeah,
at
he
the
looks
same time.
super shiny in this.
Yes.
And then he's like
he
so shiny.
It probably feels so good on his face.
Okay, so it gives you a shine.
It can give you a shine, but I mean, herb and mint. The mint makes it seem like it's like clarifying. It's stimulating. It's probably a very stimulating mask. Kind of just wakes up the skin and your senses and everything. And it looks hydrating.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Man.
Yeah. Very hydrating. And he lives in them for 10 minutes. Perfect amount of time.
And then I guess
And it's all like smooth and silky.
he always uses an aftershave lotion with
Okay.
little or no alcohol.
That's even better.
Okay, because alcohol would dry out your skin, I imagine.
It could irritate it. You know.
It would irritate my skin. I'm
Yeah,
sure.
I mean, it could definitely irritate it and dry out people's skin.
Yeah, so he's okay because alcohol. All right.
He says it.
Yeah, and it makes
Who
you.
is this man?
He says because alcohol dries out your skin and it makes you look
He's
older.
the dream man.
Yes,
Yeah,
He's the dream man.
He's
Oh, yeah.
constantly dreaming.
he is.
he uses an anti-aging eye balm.
Perfect. That's good.
I don't even what. All right, so balm is like a moisturizer as well.
Yeah, it's like a cream for your eyes.
For your-
So eye creams can only do so much, but it's good to keep the under eye area moisturized.
Okay, yeah,
It's
yeah. I gotta like. I feel like as I'm probably gonna age and I'm gonna start looking like when I get like an abuelo, and I feel like more Hispanic as I get older. It's gonna happen.
Yeah.
And with like Hispanic, like older dudes, I feel like you just end up looking like Selena's dad with like the super dark
Don't
circles
say
just like
that.
all around your eye. That's what Selena's dad looked like. He had intensify.
He did. He
Come
did
on.
look
Yeah,
exactly
he had
like
the
that.
glasses. and
I know what you mean.
which I
when you
will
said
eventually
Selena's
probably
dad.
also transition into the Spanish grandparent.
not if
What?
you won't have those issues as long as you
As-
keep coming to me
There you go.
and we just do microchanneling
Look.
treatments.
I think that the best skincare routine is to buy the 3-in-1 and just use that for
Oh,
your
no.
face.
Get out of here.
Hey,
Blasphemy.
tried and true.
I also believe in yeah, I'm just gonna stop.
Yeah.
Tommy Jeff, you don't have
Everyone knew it was a joke.
You don't have a
anywhere.
skincare
where I was
routine
going.
though? Do you don't have a routine?
No, I do have a skincare
Yeah,
routine.
you have-
It's a fairly expensive one, and I'm
Oh.
not consistent with it. I don't know the name of the products. I have a picture of it somewhere, but I've
So
got
what are the
Well, I know a facialist if you want to.
well,
Yeah. Exactly.
Just
I do
pulling
know
out
a
a notebook and
facialist.
shit over here.
Exactly.
She is.
She's like, wait, hold on 1 second. Let me
no,
try-
like, cause like I don't know, like one of my favorite things to do, like the first thing I do in the shower is just like water on the face,
Mhm.
and then it is cleaning my face. Like that's the first thing I do because it's what wakes me up. It's what feels great. And it's like usually like I feel like face has been all over the pillow through the
Yeah.
night. Like just clean it.
Mhm.
And like if you didn't clean it the night before, oh geez,
Mm,
I can only imagine the pillow covers y'all have.
yeah.
Calm down. Okay, calm down.
Look, I mean, no, and then there's like 5 or 6 serums I use, and then
Oh my god, serums? What is serums? What do you?
so
you
so a
put me like- Like
serum is
a
just
magical
like a liquid.
potion? All right, but
It's just like a liquid.
What?
It's like it's
like there's the serum. I've seen that movie. That's what I'm saying. So like just that term in general, I feel like for putting it on my face freaks me out a little bit.
Yeah.
Like,
Wait till you hear the
Really?
term
I don't know.
tinctures.
seems
But
like a
like,
magical
the
potion. I should be.
tinctures and serums and ampules.
see,
There's so
I-
many.
See, I think
Takes too
saying serums is like the best part about it because it's like this cool, like mysterious,
Yeah.
like potion style.
That's
what it
And
sounds
to me, it's
like.
like yeah, like I'm making myself like magical and stuff.
Yeah.
So
Yes.
serums,
Yes, little witch.
And then I wrap it up with some lotion, and then I use some sunblock.
What kind of lotion?
It is from the same brand that I get all of my serums from.
So,
Oh my god, I'm so curious to know what these serums are.
Very mysterious.
what's with the mysterious serums, dude? Why you gatekeeping? The show's about no gatekeeping.
He bought it from a wizard.
Right,
I don't
you
even know
buying
the
shit
name.
from wizards here? All right, tell me
I
what
don't even know
Gandalf
the
sold
I don't know
you.
the names.
You
of
don't know the
them.
name. Okay.
Dumbledore.
No.
Is
I have a picture of it somewhere.
What about hyaluronic acid? Does that sound familiar?
I think it does. Because
Okay.
there's
Probably
like,
in
For me,
there.
I got
That's good. Vitamin C.
Pablo, I got that.
yeah, and that was
Well,
like
Andrea
there's
handed it
a
to me, yeah.
vitamin C one that was like the most expensive thing that I
Mhm.
bought. That was like $300,
Are-
$250 or something like that
Good
from this
Yeah.
company.
Lord.
Like,
What? I need to know the brand. So you're gonna have to show me a picture.
I'll
at
show
some
you a
point.
picture of it. I don't
I
believe
have
in
an
endorsing if they
idea.
don't pay me because I actually spend a lot of money with that.
Really? Okay.
I do.
Okay. Yeah. I have an idea.
We need a skincare sponsor.
I love
Trey,
Katie in the chat because she's just like, don't let him fool you. It takes him 2 hours.
Oh yeah,
Oh, we
I've
pinned that
my
comment.
God.
We pinned it.
I highlighted that comment while you've been.
That's hilarious. Well, because like because I'll Snapchat with Katie.
But when you
when
go to
I'm doing my
rebuy
skin routine.
the products, you go to rebuy them. What
Yeah.
do you do?
Would you
if
purchase
don't know?
again?
How many
I'll be
times have you
honest with
bought
you.
the current products that you?
So I've been doing this for 2-ish years, consistently and consistent.
But you don't know.
No, I don't know because I've bought the product 4 times. Yeah, it's like it lasts me. I'm not being frugal with it either, but
Yeah.
It's probably I think I have an idea.
I just need.
but
Are
you
you?
can
Is
confirm,
it? Is it a honey almond body scrub?
Shut
no,
up.
but I am gonna find a honey almond body scrub.
And does
honey almonds.
does your
is so
aftershave
good.
lotion have any alcohol in it?
No, I don't know. No alcohol in anything.
Are you moisturizing? Is there an anti-age eye balm in there anyway?
One of the serums is like anti-aging and
There you go.
anti-wrinkling
So
or
it's
something like that.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Bought it from a wizard.
Yeah.
Okay.
Bought
Are
it
you
from
using a
wizard.
water-activated gel cleanser at all?
No.
What about
You
a
don't
deep-
know the brand.
What about a
name?
deep pore
No, I
cleanser
don't.
lotion?
Well, okay, so correction.
Wait,
I-
hold on.
hold
Deep
on.
pore cleanser lotion?
No,
What
this is
that?
concerning. I'm worried.
Is that what he puts
I-
on at the end? Oh,
I do know the brand that I buy this from. I do appreciate the brand. They are not paying me, and I've spent a
Oh,
lot
okay.
of money.
So you
with
know
them.
the brand.
okay.
Yeah,
So you're gonna have
but
to
they're
write
not
it
paying
down.
me.
Yeah.
Oh,
All right.
And
Well,
I
that's
want-
fine.
and
I just
want
thought
them to
that
pay
you
me a lot of
didn't
money.
know what it was
No, yeah.
called, and I'm like,
The-
you've been doing it for 2 years.
and
the
it's
same brand?
Neutrogena.
I mean, hey.
no.
It for sure is not Neutrogena.
All right,
Okay.
Neutrogena.
Okay, yeah.
Cat's
No,
out
no,
of the
no.
bag.
You don't have to say it. I just thought that you didn't know it.
Hey,
the,
and it
the
was
serums are
Time
like
out,
what
really
it
quick.
is. I just have
We'll
no
take a
idea.
Neutrogena sponsorship. The show is not above.
Look, and I'm a guy.
I use
so
Neutrogena for most of my life because it's all my mom used. So that's how I clean my
Neutrogena.
face.
Yeah.
I mean,
Neutrogena has been around for a very long time.
yeah, my mom used it
Very
and my
long
grandma.
time.
But you didn't use Pert Plus.
Listen,
All right,
I
just
do.
want-
I do very little. I don't have a skin.
Oh, Uncle Mark's in the chat on Facebook over here. Hello, Uncle Mark.
Oh, okay.
Let's get.
I can
to
see that on Facebook. I can't see anything else.
Hi, everyone.
Okay. No, the deep pore cleanser is the second part of the skincare routine.
We're only on the
Okay,
second
Okay,
part.
so no, we're done. We're done. So rate it. Okay, so we'll go through it one more time, and you're gonna rate this skincare routine on a scale from 1 to 10. The gel ice pack while he's
Mhm.
doing 1,000 crunches.
Mm-hmm.
The deep pore cleanser lotion.
Mm-hmm.
The water activated gel cleanser. The honey almond body scrub.
Mm-hmm.
He uses an exfoliating gel scrub. An herb mint face mask.
Mm-hmm.
An aftershave lotion with little or no alcohol.
Mm-hmm.
Moisturizer, anti-aging eye balm, moisturizing protective lotion. He doesn't have any UV.
Moisturizing protective lotion. That's
Okay,
probably that's
the
probably
UV.
his version of SPF.
SPF.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes.
We all know that term. For
Oh,
suntan
see
lotion.
that's such a good routine.
Okay, so on a scale from 1 to 10, what are you rating that routine? The Patrick Bateman American Psycho skincare routine.
I would rate that specific routine. I'd probably rate like an 8.
What would you add or remove from it?
What would I add or remove? I don't think I'd add or remove anything.
It's just an
He's
8.
got his sunscreen.
Mhm.
He exfoliates a couple times a week. He uses like a deep pore cleanser. I mean, it's great. And then he does a mask. That's like masks are optional. You don't have to do a mask every day. But
This-
that's why his skin looks like glass.
Yeah. Christian Bale's got good skin.
American
He
Psychopath.
does.
I don't think
Psycho.
that Christian Bale does this every day.
No, but I'm saying,
No,
but he does have good skin in general. though,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right?
I mean
Anyway.
that's a pretty good routine.
We'll
That's-
ask him his actual routine.
I wonder what his actual skincare routine is. Christian
Bathing
Bale.
in blood.
if this makes it to Christian Bale,
The
it's some-
blood facial.
yeah,
The blood facial for sure, right?
Mhm.
I guess so.
Do you know that they needle in people's blood into their skin?
I don't want to know.
There is you.
Yeah, their own.
Their own blood?
Yes.
Oh, that's okay. I guess that's fine.
yeah. People go. They get their blood drawn, and then they spin the blood down so that you get the good stuff at the top, the
Ew.
golden stuff, and they apply it to your skin, and then they needle it in your skin. It's amazing.
Like tattooing your own blood into your face.
Yeah, basically.
Crazy. Elizabeth
Ew.
Bathory's
I'm
kind of
sorry,
stuff.
guys. I gotta change the subject. This is freaking me out.
Is it really? Oh
Yeah.
my god.
I don't like it.
Sorry, guys. To me, it's so normal.
No, it is.
It's so normal to me.
I'm just kidding.
Oh,
It's
okay.
fine. It's fine.
Okay.
But this is news and stuff. So we're not journalists. Well, we're like, I don't know. I guess you know what? We're independent journalists. That's the term that we're using around here. But we do keep our ears to the nerdy street. Sometimes we read articles. Sometimes we read headlines. Most of the times we're just scrolling our social media feed. This is news and stuff. Where do we start? We got a lot of good news. Y'all want to start with the 64-ounce Capri Sun? Y'all know about this? Let's just start here.
Insane.
Just
that a
seems like the
real
most
thing?
natural place to start.
Natural.
It just, yeah.
Seems natural.
Yes. There is a 64-ounce pouch of Capri Sun. Capri Sun, this is from the USA Today. Capri Sun launches big jugs that equal 32 pounds.
Big?
32 pouches of juice. Here's where to find them. Okay.
They are not called big jugs.
So
I want to find this and drink this.
what's happening is Capri Sun, in honor of their big jugs of Capri Sun, they made some limited edition giant pouches that equal 32 ounces of the classic Capri Sun juice or whatever it may be. Anyways, yeah, but they're sold out. You can't get them anymore. So as far as the time of this
thank
article, but
God.
they're re-releasing some.
I'm very upset about this. When's the re-release happening?
I don't. That's a good question, Tommy Jeff. Let's find out together. I don't know. You're the guy that's supposed to be finding this stuff out. This is
He's triple tasking. He's trying to eat
I
pretzels.
am-
Give me some of those pretzels, man.
Trying
I'm
to
eating.
switch-
Nah,
What-
dude, I gotta buy you new pretzels.
What do you?
That's a big
He's
bag.
digging into those bags.
That's
Like,
Pablo's Father's Day
bags.
gift.
That's my Father's Day
I love
pretzels,
that.
man.
I love that it's Father's Day.
Mhm.
They're delicious. They're like mustard roasted pretzels.
Yeah,
Yeah.
And
exactly.
I am hungry.
Okay.
So-
Why? Why?
Well, no, it's
why
a
are you
big bag.
hungry? What's going on?
because I unfortunately have not eaten today. So.
Oh my god.
Okay.
We're gonna eat.
Okay, so this is
and we're gonna get some deviled eggs.
Ooh, girl.
Delicious.
Security.
the big Capri Sun pouch is called the Summer Solstice pouch.
Okay, so they're not called big
Summer
jugs.
solstice.
Don't leave me on.
The pouch.
Big jugs. would have
USA.
been
Look, that was.
perfect.
I'm quoting that from USA Today. That's literally their headline.
Ah man.
Capri Sun launches big jugs that equal 32 pouches of juice.
That's hilarious.
Here's where to find them.
they
That's
should have
from
called them big jugs.
that's from Gabe Huare from USA Today. All right, but in honor of the summer solstice, you have to visit it. Apparently, Walmart. Walmart's got everything.
I
Walmart.
do not
condone.
condone shopping at Walmart.
Even if you're getting a giant 32-ounce pouch of Capri Sun.
32
Yes.
ounce
It's
pouch.
very
I
bad
can't
for
even
you.
imagine. I
It's
can't even
very
imagine.
bad.
No,
for
I'm not
you.
drinking this shit. I don't know, but
Don't
you know,
give it to your kids either.
no, I don't give it to my
Okay,
kids.
so
we drink honest juice.
yes,
I like honest.
We drink,
honest is good.
I like honest.
it's an honest brand,
So-
allegedly.
So the story was that it's called big jugs. Cool. Next.
No, the story
Yeah.
is that they have a giant Capri
Big
Sun
jug.
pouch.
Next.
It's a giant Capri Sun pouch that was released in celebration of the summer solstice. It's 15 inches in length, referring to the 15 hours of daylight
Oh,
during the summer solstice.
horrific.
It was available exclusively on Walmart.com. The first drop
man.
occurred on June 16th, and the second drop followed on June 17th.
That is the most American sentence I've ever heard in my
The
life.
pouches sold out quickly both times. The price
I
was
am upset I'm
$1.50.
finding
The
out about
price was
this late.
$1.50.
Honestly,
it
it
not
should have
the
come
15
out
hours
on
of
4th
daylight?
of July. What fucking
Well, maybe they will.
But the solstice.
re-release.
They
Look, there's
want
a
you to
lot
be
of terrible
drinking it
shit
on the
happening in
Was
the
the
world. Can we just
solstice?
enjoy this
Was the word
corporate
solstice
juice
involved
pouch?
in the ad campaign?
I'm not seeing solstice on here.
Yeah, because I feel like people.
Yeah, the Capri Sun summer solstice pouch.
That's what they called
What?
it.
Yeah, it was 15 inches long to highlight the 15 hours of
I
daylight.
understand how big it is.
And the price
you
was
tell-
$1.50 was a nod to the 15 hours of daylight.
Listen,
What else? I mean, I'm just
you say it's big jugs, and then you say it's a solstice drink.
so
You can't
Capri Sun.
you can't trick me
You're-
with big jugs and witch shit. Okay, tell me what's actually called, and then we can talk about it.
There's two
Stop
products.
tricking me.
This who's on first?
Just say what it's called.
So all right, do you see this picture here? There's a giant.
Oh, I can't read it.
There's a 15-inch pouch of Capri Sun
I see the pouch,
on the screen.
but is solstice involved?
I don't see the
Yes.
picture.
yeah,
I mean, it's very far away.
Oh, okay. I did see it. I pulled it up and okay.
it far
I
away?
see it.
All right, let's do
Dang.
this.
Wait, is that real? Oh my gosh.
cat fight.
But I'm just saying.
Oh my gosh.
I'm just asking
That
for the millionth time. Is the
15-inch
word
pouch.
solstice on the pouch in the name at all,
that's
or are they just saying? Are you
The
just saying
picture?
that?
No,
the picture
Capri
says
Sun.
Capri
Sun
Sun.
originally released
Look,
their
there's the arrow
15-inch
right there.
summer solstice pouch on June 15th.
yeah, it's the Capri
celebrate.
Sun summer solstice pouch.
Okay,
Oh.
crazy that they use that word
Why?
because that is
It's pagan.
yeah,
They're like, how dare you flaunt your
Summer
paganism,
solstice.
Capri Sun?
yeah, Walmart,
Summer solstice.
yeah.
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah,
yeah,
Weird.
it's all right.
that's what I saw.
I've
right?
never seen anything like that.
It's just a weird mix of like corporate and like
Yeah,
it's a pagan holiday.
It's weird.
Not that weird.
Yeah.
Is it that weird? The summer solstice?
Yeah,
The
because usually
acknowledgement
they're
of the
trying to.
solstice?
Yeah,
Well,
like
maybe
corporate,
but
corporate
that's Capri
places
Sun.
don't do
Who
that.
owns Capri Sun? That's the real
Good
Coming
question.
back?
question.
I got you.
Fucking mouthful
Tommy
of
Jeff
pretzels.
is like
Mouthful
Samuel L.
of
Jackson in
pretzels.
Jurassic Park. He's like, hang on to your butts.
Hang on to your butts, I got this. But his mouth is full of pretzels.
Can I at least have one of the pretzels?
How are you chewing so softly? Like how without making any noise? How?
It's honestly wild how
trying
softly
really
you're
hard.
chewing. I
I
can't
don't
hear you
hear
at
anything.
all. I
I
can't
hear
hear you
nothing.
at all.
That's so
Just
crazy.
keep the bag. Just keep the bag. I should not eat it. I think I ate half that bag.
Oh, go back.
Oh, don't give him Pablo. He's such a loud chewer.
Signature
I
select.
mean,
Anyways,
I was trying to not be.
You're right.
who owns Capri Sun? The answer to this is, wow, sport.com has an entire article
Definitely pagans.
about everything you need to know about Capri
Kraft
Sun.
owns them.
Mm.
Kraft,
Who owns Kraft?
which
Kraft. Kraft Heinz is the big.
is this
parent
was supposed to be a
company.
very short part of
No.
news.
When have we
Ever. There should be
shown-
one that should just be like, oh, that's that, and then on to the next thing. Because I feel like I have a lot to say.
About Capri Sun? All right, say
No,
it. Get it out there.
No, I'm over that.
Oh,
you know, so we're on news and stuff.
I feel like
right?
you know what I want.
We're
this
on,
is the and stuff portion.
yeah, this is the
Okay.
news and stuff. So the and stuff.
This is news.
I've been
This
playing
on
the
your thing
Nintendo
today,
Switch.
but
You've been what?
I've been playing my Nintendo Switch too.
Tommy Jeff, you weren't here last week when
I
we
wasn't.
talked about a Nintendo Switch.
Yo, okay, y'all talked politics last week. Y'all
the
talked
Nintendo Switch.
Nintendo last week,
I know.
and you two,
It's a shame.
anti,
It's a real shame.
Mm.
really just was like, yo, TJ's not here. Let's talk about his two like identifying features about his personality.
Hey,
Damn.
you're quiet, Tommy Jeff. Now, all right?
Oh, quiet now. Oh,
You're the
oh.
quiet guy now.
What's it say behind you? Censorship is un-American.
No, I am.
You know,
I'm not
and
censoring you.
and oh man, censoring people, telling people to be
Don't
quiet.
censor anybody.
By the way, can I have those pretzels back?
The other bit of it, speaking of, all right, so speaking of Capri Sun, I don't know. This seems like a natural transition. Harold and Kumar
What?
are getting a sequel. There's a 4th Harold and Kumar movie in the works. Any fans? Harold and
Yeah, I
Kumar
love
go to
it.
White Castle?
Oh yeah.
I
White
just
Castle.
remember them like when I was in high school and then or a little bit after high school. Those movies were really popular.
Yeah. Well, the 1st one I feel like
aren't
was,
they like the modern day Cheech and Chongs?
yeah, kind of.
And they're just like kind of like Dumb and
Or
Dumber.
like
Yeah.
Jay and
The
Silent
same-
Bob.
I think.
Okay.
Well, I don't know.
Cult
They're their own,
classic.
they're their own thing. They're a
Yeah.
comedic duo.
Comedic duo.
But the joke was it's like the Asian guy from American Pie and the Indian
Yeah.
guy from Van Wilder. They got their, that was the tagline.
Is it?
It
That's
was.
crazy.
That was the tagline from the movie. I'm
what
not
did they
saying that.
do?
Those are not my words for the right. But whatever. Look, I think it was a really positive representation of both cultures and like not
Oh, okay.
100% not a stereotype. It was
No,
like,
I loved it.
yeah,
You know, but
a little bit like if you think about it, it was at a time where there were two like stereotypical casting of both those cultures. Harold and Kumar was
no, because they
Not
just
that.
play themselves and they're
Yeah,
not
they're
doing
just-
like a stereotype. Like Cheech and Chong love it, but they are also doing like a stoner and also Mexican stereotype.
yeah. Well,
Mhm.
Cheech Marin. I mean, that was always his.
That's their
shtick.
shtick.
Yeah.
Yeah, I get it. But you know, Harold and Kumar, they were just like themselves,
Mhm.
and then but they're also people of color, and they were, you know,
That's why, in a way, I mean, like, yeah, that was the next step of evolution.
yes.
Cheech and
Well,
Chong
also John
crawled
Cho
so Harold and
should
Kumar
be-
could run.
John Cho played Spike Spiegel in Netflix's Cowboy Bebop.
Which I loved, and I feel like a lot of people really shit on. Just for
They
the record,
didn't like it. Well, like you said about Disney live action remakes, they
Mhm.
don't want exactly it, and they also don't like when you deviate from it.
Yeah.
So, like, what are you supposed to do? But I think that they did. Cowboy Bebop is like one of my favorite shows ever. That's my Cowboy Bebop tattoo right there.
Mhm.
I'm just saying,
Oh, you didn't
that-
like it.
I liked it.
Okay,
I'm saying that they did a really good job of making its own thing, but also like
like I just accused you right away. So you did you or did you not like
I
it?
mean,
Did you? You're in the hot seat. Right?
I'm usually a hater, and I really did actually like it. And I thought, you want to
Did you know that Cowboy Bebop got added to Fortnite?
stop it?
Go ahead.
I love
Imagine
that.
it.
That's so cool. Have you seen Cowboy Bebop?
I saw like the first episode. I wasn't too into it because I don't know.
You don't like
No,
anime?
What?
Do you not like anime?
No, I do like anime. I don't know. It was too old for me. I don't know.
Okay.
He tried getting me.
Adrian's a little hater. He's in his hater stage.
I am
Mhm.
also a hater. So I thought I was going to hate the live action, but you know, I liked it, and then they canceled it and they didn't continue it. And I thought and I was the biggest hater because John Cho was too old when he made it.
Yeah, it's
But
like Jack
he-
Nicholson is the Joker.
yeah, but then he
So
did
you're
it.
perfect, but
but it's too old.
Mhm.
Like you were perfect like 10, 12, 15 years ago. But you know, I don't know. It was really good. And then they canceled it. So now I'm like, damn, what the
Pablo,
hell?
you choose so loud.
So loud.
like, and all I
So
want,
loud.
and all I want are the pretzels back.
Give them. Eat
I'm handing
those
the
in your
pretzels
own-
down. Get
Hey,
those
and that's
pretzels
on
there.
me because I gave them to him for his Father's Day.
Yeah, but I'll just buy him a new bag. Like,
He's
I
very,
mean,
like,
he doesn't deserve them.
I mean, he's a loud
Look at the
chewer.
pretzel. All right. Look, I'm gonna put a little pretzel on. I don't know if this is good.
We're getting distracted.
We are getting distracted. Anyways, next bit of news. It's these pretzels that Diddy brought in. This is the pretzel episode. Spaceball's also getting a sequel.
Hold on. This is
All right, hold on. So
I got my mouth.
Spaceball 2, the quest for more money. No, which
Stop.
that's what he said it was gonna be. Remember in the
I
original
understand.
Spaceballs too. But all right, so this is what's crazy about this. This is Amazon Studios, MGM or whatever. Amazon is giving the green light, which I'm all for. I'm all for Mel Brooks getting a Spaceball sequel. This is the one time where it can work because it is a parody. It's the same way that the
Rick Moranis is coming back.
Yeah, all right. I was gonna get yes. Rick Moranis is coming back.
Is he going to play Dark Helmet or is he going to be somebody else? Does it say?
I'm assuming he would be Dark Helmet.
Well, he hasn't acted in a long time. So it might just be like a kind of cameo kind of situation. because also they're getting what
You
Bill
think he's
Pullman.
got acting rust? Or you think like Rick Moranis won't
No,
have
I
the
think that
same-
he does not want to act and he doesn't want to do it, and so he might just be coming back just to be like, I'm here.
Why do you assume that he doesn't want to do it?
He has publicly said that he will never act again,
I think
and that's why he wasn't in any of the remakes or whatever.
you think Amazon's throwing that bag at Rick Moranis right now, and he's like, can't say no to this.
No, I honestly think it's because
He's doing Mel Brooks a
Mel
favor.
Brooks is like, I need you, bud, and he's gonna come back. He wasn't. Are we?
Could this be Mel? This is sad to think about.
You don't listen.
Hey, wait a second.
No, I'm pissed. You need to get those pretzels out of your mouth and take this seriously because I'm all about this shit. Do you even understand my
I
Rick
believe I'm
Moranis
sorry.
love and my like?
I agree. Look,
I need you to be fucking locked in right now, brother.
all right. Next thing I was going to ask
Yeah.
you, could this be Mel Brooks's? This is sad. Could this be
No,
Mel
because
Brooks's
he's
last film?
95 years old.
This is-
96.
This is
He
his.
is.
Yeah.
This is his swan song.
Or who
That's
knows? He might
crazy.
just be like, I'm fucking making
Or
movies
Mel
and
Brooks
stuff.
makes 10 more movies right after.
He
Spaceballs.
could do. He could do.
He could.
But
I hope he
you
lives to
know
be
that Rick
170.
Moranis hasn't been in a movie in years and years and years.
And I think it's fantastic because let me tell you, I love Rick
it's
Moranis.
not about money because Ghostbusters threw a ton of money at him and they were like, please be in it, have to be in
So you're
it.
saying it's a favor
have to be in
to.
It I don't know if it's a favor or just like because he's like very good friends with them, but
Did
he's
go-
like,
did
I'll do it.
Sony have that Amazon money?
I don't think it's about money
What the fuck is it about then? I don't.
because he is like
Rick,
he
can you
is-
please give us an answer?
he is like a Joe. He's
Hey.
a Joe Schmo now. He like enjoys his life. He
People
doesn't
still
care about money.
photograph and shit like him when he's out and about in New York.
Well, yeah, because he is a celebrity
Yeah,
forever.
forever a celebrity, Rick Moranis.
Yeah.
I agree.
So, yeah,
Um,
but he doesn't want that.
did you also hear he got like punched in the face randomly by some like crazy New Yorker?
Yeah,
at
that was
some
like the
point?
most action he's seen in years.
When? When did
like
this
randomly
happen?
like 3 years ago or some shit. I don't
Yeah,
know.
it was like must have been like 2 or 3.
It was just
years
like
ago.
random, like who the fuck
Punch in the
punches
face.
Rick Moranis in the face?
And
that
why?
cutie pie.
Yeah, like
Better
why?
not touch him.
I don't because it was just like some random fucking person.
Just
I don't
punch
know.
him in the
Being,
face,
I
like,
don't
off
know
the
the
street.
story.
The New York
Tommy
Hunter,
Jeff?
perhaps.
Can you figure out
But
what happened? Why Rick
so
Moranis
wait,
got punched in the face?
look that up.
And
But
when?
Bill Pullman's
Wipe
son,
your fingers before you touch on your. touch your keypad.
I only eat with 2 fingers and I type with the other 3. That's pretty great.
do it dad
Wow.
style.
Yeah, chicken pecs.
Um,
Yeah, Bill Pullman.
son
Son.
is in it.
Mhm.
So is he like? I'm just wondering if it's
And
gonna.
Kiki
It's,
Palmer.
yeah,
Really?
but I'm just
Yeah.
wondering if it's gonna be. It's not gonna be.
He's
a
supposed to be
prequel.
Lone Star's son. I want to say. That,
And who's gonna barf? John Candy's passed away.
so Josh Gad is co-writing the film. I'll tell you, I got to interview Josh Gad for his comic, which is really cool, called The Writer, at Golden Apple on Dark Horse Day. But he was wearing a Spaceballs,
Yeah, he
to
was.
The Quest for More Money or something like that, or Spaceballs the sequel, some sort of shirt like that. I wish I could tell you. I mean, watch the interview, go check it out. But I was like, I really want to fucking. I don't know. I'm stupid. I guess I'm a shitty journalist. I should have asked him about the shirt after I'd asked him all the questions about the comic book thing, but I didn't ask him about the shirt. But I'm glad. I feel like he was somebody I interacted with one time. He seemed like genuine, like a very genuine individual.
He seems really cool.
He was very nice. He was very.
You're thinking that he's gonna play barf?
As somebody, I did see an online campaign for people saying let Bruce Campbell play like something like to honor John Candy.
Yeah.
I don't know what the John Candy Bruce Campbell connection is.
Well, yeah. I mean, he couldn't play him though. I wonder what they're talking about. Like he would just be in it.
I think
I'd
that
love a
this was
Bruce Campbell in
referencing. I think this was referencing a potential recasting of Barf.
Interesting.
Interesting. I don't know.
What?
I
He's
look
old.
obviously. Paul. What's the little Pullman guy? Small Lewis Pullman.
The small Pullman.
The small Pullman was Pullman Jr. He's probably gonna do like a Kylo Ren. They're gonna do a Kylo Ren Han Solo thing, right?
That's
Lone
what I'm
Star.
thinking. Probably.
And then Mel Brooks is coming back to reprise his yogurt.
oh hell yeah. So
which I hope they go very CGI or some shit with him. I don't just to really
Yeah.
like they did. I don't
I
know.
don't know what they're gonna do, but I'm excited. Spaceballs is one of my favorite movies.
So why did Rick Moranis come back? Did he? What's your speculation?
I'm saying that it's because his love for the film and for Mel Brooks.
it's got some Mel
There
Brooks.
is no way that there's money behind it. Like, I don't know. I feel like there was bad blood on the set of Ghostbusters, and he didn't want to be a part of
With
it.
Rick Moranis and other people?
Not Rick Moranis himself, but I mean, Bill Murray had bad blood with people, and like
With
they
who?
fought. There was like fighting on that set.
Of Ghostbusters
The third one.
Afterlife?
The third one. No, like the originals. The original films.
The second one. You're
There's
talking about Ghostbusters?
3. I'm not talking about any of the ones that have been made in the last decade.
There's 2 Ghostbusters films.
Okay, those 2.
Okay, who Rick Moranis had bad blood with one of the
I'm just saying that I think that the movie ended on bad terms because I know that Harold Ramis and Bill Murray, I thought, were fighting at the end of that film.
I don't know about any of the good. Maybe I just have a illusion of all the Ghostbusters not having any beef or drama.
No, there was like a lot of drama.
How dare you fucking ruin this
I don't
for
know.
me.
Look it up. I don't know.
All right. Anyways,
Bill Murray is great, but he is a dick and he's hard to work with. So I think that a lot of people had problems at the end of those films. He has refused to come back to those movies. But Mel Brooks is like, hey, want to be in Spaceballs? And he was like, sign me up.
I think for sure, I feel like, yeah, he probably has enough respect for him. I mean, Mel Brooks.
It's Mel Brooks.
Yeah.
And it's probably one of his last movies, if not his last. Man's like 95, 96 years old.
Yeah.
Still out there killing it. He just made History of the World Part 2. What, like 2 years ago?
That's what I'm saying. Mel Brooks may have some tricks up his sleeve, I feel like. This may not be his last movie. That's what I'm wondering.
I don't,
I'm going
Clint Eastwood's still out there.
Clint Eastwood is still
I think he's 200. He's still out there making movies.
He is.
James Gunn. So there's a lot of people online have been saying that they're like the Batman 2 with Robert Pattinson isn't going to happen because James Gunn has his own things. James Gunn says that Batman 2 is still happening. This is the part that's a little, I don't know. He said that Matt Reeves is slow, but I think maybe I'm taking it out of context. I don't know.
Did you read the whole article?
No, just the quote is,
Oh.
hey, like Matt Reeves is slow. Let him do his thing. So
That article that you sent us
of what? Of
him, the quote from the article says he's slow.
yeah,
Let him
but
do his
I
thing.
don't think he was saying it in a negative way.
No, he doesn't. He's not.
no,
I read the article. He's just saying like
let him do his
let
thing.
him-
People don't
let
be
him
dicks
take as
online.
long as he wants. If he's slow, he's slow.
Mhm.
So they took if he's slow, and they took he's slow out of it. That's what I'm saying.
Oh, so you're saying there's more to the quote?
Yeah. And
Fucking
I'm
clickbait.
and he's just saying let him do his thing. Just like leave him alone.
Yes, that
let him
is
make
what-
his movie.
That is what I got from it.
Yeah.
But the other thing is like, I don't know. I'm wondering how that would feel as like a creator, a filmmaker, to say like, you have your thing, and then there's also still this thing, but we're gonna do a different version of it over here, and then we're also making a Clayface movie, and I don't know if that ties into the Matt. I guess it would tie into his Matt Reeves Batman universe. I would imagine. I don't know. So
What do you mean that he feels like threatened and so he's like backing off or something?
no, I don't think I'm not implying anything. I'm just
Oh.
wondering. I'm just curious about how the feeling of do those thoughts come in as a creator.
They do now. He doesn't watch the show.
No,
No, but he
But-
might.
don't listen to that shit.
No, keep doing what you're doing, but
I'll tell you. Would you guys be like pissed off if like 2 Batman movies that were completely different came out within like 1 year span?
I don't care.
Would that bother either of you?
Unless it's like
It would
another.
be kind of annoying. Like I'd just be like, why?
You'd get Batman fatigue.
Yeah, I would.
Batman fatigue.
Here's the thing: if both of them are about how fucking freaking Martha died at the opera, then yeah, I'm pissed. But if there's different stories about Batman that exist already that are great, then I'm on board. I don't know. But also, yeah, let one thing exist at once, I guess.
Yeah.
Like, I get that. But also, if it's already going to start, something else is starting in the same universe, then I get if it's going to go that way. But yeah, I just don't want to see Batman's backstory again. Please, God, holy shit.
No, I don't. I mean, well, I don't think Matt Reeves' Batman did that, and I don't. It sounds like James
With
Gunn's,
the pearls falling on the ground. Yeah, it did.
Matt Reeves' Batman with Robert Pattinson.
Yeah, we got that scene.
Did we? I don't think we did get that.
His
scene.
parents dying at the opera.
No, I don't think. Did you watch the Batman?
I watched
the Matt
it.
Reeves one?
Yeah, I watched it.
With-
It alludes to it.
No, I don't think they ever. I
They
could be
do.
wrong.
Yeah.
Can you check me on that? But I'm
I'm
fairly
pretty
positive.
I could be wrong, but could you check me on that?
I'm pretty sure you're wrong on this one. Tell me, Jeff, can you please check us on that?
No, because
I'm gonna
It-
be honest. What?
you know, Pablo, you gave
Okay,
him.
so what
and you know
Diddy
what
is
you did.
referring to is that there's an ongoing joke about Batman movies that every Batman movie is like everybody has to fucking
Start at the beginning.
start with like always show his parents dying in the alley. That's Batman's origin story. Is he became Batman when he watched his parents get assassinated by a unknown criminal as they were leaving the theater, but they were like the two richest people in town,
Mhm.
and that's why Batman's superpower is that he's rich. And every Batman movie, like it's the same scene
Starts there.
with, but like,
I'm looking it up.
but
You're
also
talking
like
about
the
this.
scene is like the pearls. There's always like a thing with
Mhm.
Martha Wayne's pearls always getting ripped off or falling off the ground, like bouncing pearls in slow motion. It's an ongoing thing, but I'm fairly confident the Batman one was the most noir-y one. I'm pretty sure it did not have. It didn't. I was right.
Are you?
Just from your reaction. Yeah, I remember that movie really well. In fact, the Deeper Issues Nerdcast literally kicked off with a Batman, fun fact, with a Batman Matt Reeves review
well, maybe
video.
that's why I liked it so much because it wasn't in it. I just remembered something about it.
But that's what
It's been
Diddy's
a
referring
while.
to. But I don't think James Gunn nor Matt Reeves are going to ever revisit that again. I think
No,
they
because
get that
They're
aspect.
good because they're good.
And I want to say James Gunn's version of Batman is Bruce Wayne when he it's the Brave and the Bold, which is Bruce Wayne has a son. What's his name? Damian Wayne, who he doesn't meet till he's like 13, and he's been trained by the League of Shadows from Ra's Ghul's daughter, who Bruce Wayne had an affair with, and they had a kid, and that kid eventually becomes Damian Wayne. Becomes Robin as Damian Wayne to like basically like without Batman's permission. Anyways, we watched a movie this week. Drea, you watched this movie.
I did.
I watched this movie with my kids. Did you haven't watched it?
No, I'm still looking up the Batman thing.
Okay.
So
all right.
I didn't watch it though. I have not watched
All
it.
right.
I won't.
You- let me see. I have notes. I did take notes on this too somewhere. Okay. So I did deep dives, all right? I dove deep into
Hold
Snow
on.
White.
Yes, the death of Bruce Wayne's parents is a crucial element in Matt Reeves' version of the Batman.
Yeah, that's the
You
catalyst.
idiot!
What are you talking about?
Are you kidding me? I'm going to go
Olivia.
home and tonight and watch that film and film it for you. It literally is the first thing you look up. And I saw that you didn't even look it up. I'm so mad right now. You made me doubt myself. It's like one of the first things in the movie.
You're freaking out.
I am.
Let me explain
Be
to
a
you.
pretzel.
Let me explain
You're
to you.
wrong.
Let me explain to you what that means. It means yes, that's the catalyst for him being Batman. So
Oh no, it says it's in the film.
the scene itself.
The scene. Oh, okay.
They're
The backstory is in it. Like they
Oh,
started
of course,
there.
because that's Batman's backstory.
No, it can start anywhere. It is started with him being like,
Oh, we have a
I'm
Twitch
an
viewer.
orphan boy." Whatever.
we
Uh,
Talk
you
about
also
Snow White.
you
You're dumb though.
All right.
I'm mad at you.
we're
I'm
gonna
gonna watch that movie and listen.
we're gonna
yeah,
revisit
post
this.
it.
We're gonna revisit this conversation next
It was
week.
getting
Bet.
heated.
Bet.
All right.
I love
Loser
you.
has to
I
eat
love
a,
you.
Loser has to eat a whole bag of pretzels on camera.
Ooh.
I think
All at
okay,
once.
I'll
A pretzel eating challenge.
Okay.
Let's
Don't.
make it a little fun, but let's make it a little interesting.
So dry. I don't want to do
Yeah,
that.
it's like the cracker challenge. Remember
Okay.
that one?
No. Cracker Joe.
My cats are fighting. They're not fighting, but they're just ballerinas. No, ballerinas just noisy.
All right. Sorry. I'm sorry.
Anyways,
everybody, for my outburst.
I'm pretty sure that's not in the movie, and I cannot wait.
I'm going to go home and watch
I
it
cannot
tonight.
wait to see you watch
I'm
eat
gonna
all those
go. I'm
pretzels.
going to go home and watch it tonight.
I need the update to this because
I'm not-
this got heated.
Girl, I'll text
I'm
you.
gonna. We watched Snow White. This and I wrote that. I wrote this
Short
in my
applause.
notes. All right, look. So I am only delivering information, and I will allow the audience to decide everything for themselves. I am
Mhm.
not in any. I am. So I don't know. I don't know about any of this. I'm just gonna give you the facts, and I'm gonna. I also said
Just talk about the movie.
Look, Diddy,
What?
this is for you. This disclaimer is for you. all
Thank
right?
you.
Let me just relay information.
Like I'm gonna fly off the handle.
and don't fly off the handle.
Like I'm gonna do that.
She's
I
not
will
At
gonna
least
do-
never-
until my
whatever you
information,
say. Whatever you think I'm gonna do.
until all my information has gotten out here on this movie, right? Apparently, though, the thing with Snow White, right? It caused Disney to pump the brakes on their live action remakes, including Tangled, which apparently was already in development
Mm.
when this movie came out because of how it underwhelmingly performed.
That could have been a good one though.
I'm going to say, based on what I've seen in the past, but there's also all these factoids that I'm about to list off. Disney's seemed like they pulled the marketing budget back on this film, right? There wasn't like any like video premiere, like there was nobody like on video on the camera. There's no
Right.
interviews from the red carpet event. I think it was like a photos only event.
Mhm.
From the red carpet.
Because they didn't want neither Gal Gadot nor Rachel Zegler to talk to the
Yeah,
media.
they didn't want anybody talking.
Yeah. And
Yeah.
there was no like the week that it came out, there was no like big El Capitan celebration.
Mhm.
Yeah, because they were trying to hush it.
And
I think they were just trying to get through it so that it could just be done and over with because it was a
Yeah.
lot.
And they might make some money from streaming. Is that
probably
will they?
I'm gonna say this is a thing to like claim losses or some
Yeah,
shit.
they must.
This seems like hold on, Andrea, I'm gonna move your camera a little bit over. All right.
Okay.
I'm gonna say this is a thing that they're doing in order to claim some sort of losses. Only because I saw this movie. I watched this movie with my 5 and 6-year-old. It's fine. Can I just say that it's fine? I don't. Did you feel like it was like it's a?
Oh, let her
it's-
cook.
Is it any different?
I saw
is
the
anything
eyes.
crazy different? And I'm gonna go through a few of the things.
Okay.
But is there anything aside? Okay, you're gonna say like story, casting, but it's not unlike any of the other Disney live action.
No.
It's not. None of them have been blowing anybody away. Has any Disney live action blown you away?
Yes, for me it was the Jungle Book.
Oh yeah,
and that will
that's
always be like my number one. That one blew me away.
that was a really good.
That was a really, really good one.
I agree with you.
Mhm.
And I gotta say, Jungle Book, and also Beauty and the Beast. I know you don't like it, but I really
That's okay.
liked it.
That's okay.
Loved it.
I loved it.
Yeah.
Moving on. I loved it. So
Yeah.
it did good. I thought it changed a good amount of stuff and then kept a good amount of stuff and beautiful. Looked beautiful.
This is one thing this isn't my words. I'm quoting Angelica Escobar from Latina Media. All right. The original Snow White was not iconic because of its storyline, but because it was the first full-length animated feature in the US. It revolutionized animation and filmmaking at the time, but the plot itself fairly simple and outdated by all standards.
Yeah, for sure.
And let's be clear, Disney did not create the story. The Brothers Grimm did. They have been plenty of other Snow White adaptations over the years, and it didn't spark that didn't spark this level, right?
Oh my
There's-
God, period.
Mhm.
Period. So she
Mhm.
wrote that very
And
eloquently.
also, people are mad about the wrong thing, in my opinion.
That was
They're-
very well said.
yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. Right. I'm gonna chalk this up to, I think, audience. So there's a portion of it, it's like we're talking about Batman fatigue, audience fatigue to Disney live actions. I would say is probably one of the biggest Or no?
I don't think that. I don't think that's. Well, maybe.
Do you think that's a studio? Because this isn't once more. This is one of the things that was listed through AI of like, hey,
I do think that could be a thing because people are tired of live action Disney remakes for sure. But
top three right now. Disney live
we
action.
did this
Once more. Let's do
whole
it right now.
episode
Recap it really
once
quick.
more.
already.
Give it
Once
to me.
more.
Give it to me. 30 seconds right now on the clock.
I'm saying Jungle Book. I'm saying
Oh
Beauty
my.
and the Beast.
Okay.
And then what's another one? I don't know. They're not all good. I mean, maybe Aladdin. I enjoyed it. I don't care. I liked it.
I like see that response alone. Top three right now. Tommy Jeff. Never mind.
You've never seen one of them.
I know what your response would be.
Hold on.
Have you seen any of them?
Hold on.
Yeah, live action. They did,
Disney?
yeah,
Movies?
they did
Okay.
Lion King, right?
Mhm.
Lion
Oh,
King was one of them.
yes.
They did Lilo and
Mhm.
Stitch. Beauty and the Beast are the ones I saw. Like those are the ones that I saw like right off the top of my head.
What are your favorite three? What do you think of the best ones
Those
are?
three that
Beauty
you
and the
see.
Those
Beast.
three.
Beauty and the Beast, hands down.
I like
Hell
Beauty and the
yeah.
Is number one.
I loved
Sorry.
it.
It's
Apparently you
okay.
don't like
That
it.
is-
You don't have to be sorry.
I like how we're
Um,
both like, sorry.
No, don't be sorry at all.
Look, it's my opinion. I like it.
Yeah.
But no, like, cause like I'm sorry, Lilo and Stitch was cute, but like I'm not rewatching it. So like that's even if I've only seen 3, that's not in my top.
I'm gonna rewatch
Yeah.
it at least 100 times.
Um,
actually.
Well,
Funny
well,
mention
you
like-
were never in
not
love with the first.
voluntarily, not I'm just telling
Oh
you
yeah,
that I
not
will.
voluntarily.
Of course not.
I get it.
Yeah, anyways, carry on.
So we've seen 3, and 2 of them are up there. One of them
So for
is
you,
I-
but those are the 3 that you've seen.
Because like I saw Aladdin too, because that's the one with like Will Smith and stuff too. I was just more upset that Robin Williams' voice wasn't reused in that.
Yeah.
I don't care. Like I understand it's a remake, but like Robin Williams perfected it. So I was just butthurt about it. And then I can't tell you anything about the other live action movies.
I'm not sure which
Because
one
They're all
it is.
very
Because at the end of the
unmemorable, right?
I mean, that's the majority
Yeah.
of movies for me. But it's just one of those things of like, I can almost guarantee you, without remembering them, I probably walked out of the theater wherever I watched it saying, huh, that was good. And then proceeded to not think about it again.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm gonna tell you guys. Okay, Dre, what are your thoughts on the film? Like, what were your first initial just like?
Wait, can I tell you my top 3?
Oh yeah, absolutely. Top 3.
Okay.
Yeah, how
Top
dare
three.
you
Sorry.
forget
I'm sorry.
about
Skipping over.
Sorry.
The Jungle Book
Yeah.
was my top 3. I don't think any of these involve any humans, but The Jungle Book and Pinocchio. I enjoyed Pinocchio.
Put that ending.
That's crazy.
I know the ending was annoying, but I don't
Drea,
know why.
that's crazy.
I know, but I just thought it was so cute. I thought it was so cute, and Pinocchio was so endearing. And my third one was I forgot.
And then,
Oh,
but
I wanna
also
add Little
Cynthia-
Mermaid to mine.
The Little Mermaid.
I want to
The
add
Little
Mermaid
Mermaid.
to mine.
The Little Mermaid. That's
Oh,
on my
the Little
list.
Mermaid.
I wanna add-
Oh,
maybe
wait, hold
add
up.
that
Little Mermaid
in-
was actually really good.
I want to add that maybe
Yeah.
in front of Aladdin. I thought Little Mermaid was really good.
Little Mermaid's
I like
probably
I
my
loved
number
it.
one.
I loved it.
Yeah.
That's in my top 3. But-
I'm fine with the remakes. I don't care. Like it's fun.
I'll
Whatever.
tell you guys what you tell me my top 3.
Oh,
Jungle Book.
No.
Mhm.
Okay.
Pablo waited to see what ours was.
Yeah,
I
so
did
he
the
could,
poll.
so he could
I did
copy
like
it
Aladdin,
and like, yeah.
And number 1 on my favorite
That's
is
funny.
Snow White. All right.
Oh
You are
my
such.
God.
I can't.
Because like
No,
it or
because
not,
no.
this is going to be the most memorable live action Disney film.
I'm so
So
mad right
it's
now
going to be
because
memorable.
I
for a lot
have
of
to
reasons.
tell
Hold
you
on.
when we
Diddy,
when
this was my disclaimer. You got to wait for me to
no
give you the
because when the
information.
last time Drea was here, we did this. We did our top rank ones.
I hadn't seen Snow White then.
No. You
I
said
saw Snow White
you
now
said
and I loved it.
no.
Oh
You
my
said
God.
Aladdin.
And
You
I
said
love it.
you
But
said
Daddy, I love him.
you said Aladdin wasn't on yours. You said it was really bad.
No,
And now it's in your top 3. Can we trust this flip flopper? I don't understand. What are we doing?
I don't remember what my top. It was Beauty and the
Oh.
Beast, The Jungle Book.
No, you had a top 10, my friend.
I don't.
Yeah, you did. And
Shit
you
changes. People's taste changes.
okay in a couple
I hadn't
months.
seen Snow
Yes,
White
in a
then.
couple of
I'm just
months,
telling you, I
apparently,
hadn't
yeah.
seen. I think
And
we did a
Snow
top
White's
5.
number 1.
Snow White was great.
You
Did it-
are a
Oh my God.
bootlicker.
You know
Did
what?
it-
I
No.
can't be like too like
Yeah, I
I
can't
have to
too
be
surprised
I just have to
either.
be more open-minded because when I watch these movies, and I don't know if it's maybe because I've been so into that like world of Disney
Uh-huh.
where it was like it was pretty intense. So when I watch Disney movies, I think in my mind I have a certain expectation. And
Right.
then when certain things like look a certain way or don't look a certain way, I don't know why it bothers me. And I think it's because it was so ingrained
Yeah.
in my,
DNA,
mind
yeah, just like
that now that's all I can only see it through that lens. And that's kind of crazy because when
Yeah.
I watched
don't let Disney mind control us like this. I feel.
yes, it's crazy. But when
Yeah.
I watched it today,
Or nostalgia.
You
I
watched it
w-
today?
I watched it today.
It's fresh.
It's super fresh. I had
All right.
notes, but I forgot my notes. But when I watched it today and I watched it in Spanish because listening to Gal Gadot deliver those lines, I couldn't. So then I had to rewind it and
The
rewatch it again.
acting was so bad
But
that
I
she had
will
to watch
tell
it
you,
in a different language.
yes, but let me tell you, when I watched it in Spanish, it was tolerable for me.
Okay, yeah.
And I will say
so as long
she-
as one of the main actresses isn't speaking, I can watch the film.
I don't know.
That's your number one. Okay, cool. I'm
I
glad
watched it
we're
in
glad
English.
we're
It was fine.
but
God
I
don't
don't
care
know
about
what
that.
it but that's just me. That's just me. And I will say she's stunning. Okay.
Yeah,
she
she
is
is.
stunning. She is stunning as the evil witch. She is stunning. But
the costume design is really good. Diddy, look, just from a completely just
But
not
that's not one.
all right. Hold on.
Nope.
you're watching
It's
from a
fine.
different
Wait,
he's watching from a
wait,
different
let me-
It's fine.
perspective.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry to step on
No,
you
it's
here,
fine.
Drea. But
That's
I
okay.
but I will before also we dive into the entire movie. Let's talk about some of the people that were involved in the making of this film, aside from the actors of the movie, right?
Okay.
Really quickly. All right. Screenplay, right? Do you know who did the screenplay? Aaron Cressida Wilson, right? Famous screenwriter, known for The Girl on a Train, wrote a few episodes of Vinyl, wrote the movie The Secretary with Maggie Gyllenhaal, which was another misunderstood film in general too, which is a brilliant movie, and is pretty renowned and has done some, I think, pretty great things in Hollywood. Was one of the writers on Snow White, so female screenwriter,
Cool.
right? And this is, I think, also the reason I'm doing this is because people's perspective on things cannot always rely on the actors of a film, because filmmaking is such a miraculously collaborative thing that we
Yeah.
okay, Matt,
But
cinematographer
you know what?
Mandy
You can name
Walker.
all these
Hold
people.
on, can I
no,
get through
listen, you can name all of
cinematographer
them.
Maggie who did the cinematography for the Elvis movie. Okay,
I'm sure
For-
every
for
single one of them
Mulan?
is amazing at their
Oh,
job,
I
but
think
they
Mulan was-
hired and had somebody who was an IDF soldier play their
Okay,
evil queen.
Hold on, can we?
So I'm just saying, she was an IDF soldier before she was an actress.
she was an IDF soldier.
So scrapper.
She was, but
No, I don't care. Like I'm gonna exit the conversation because I don't care.
well, you got to hold on. There's more people involved. Can I
No,
just talk about?
I'm sure that every single person involved is amazing and they deserve all of their accolades. And
There's
all,
a lot of
and
really
no,
amazing
I am
people
not-
involved, including
I'm not
casting
doubting.
design.
I'm not doubting that at all.
I'm not talking, but Gal Gadot.
I'm talking about an IDF soldier.
Okay, so I also
I'm not
got
watching it,
information.
so
need
you
let
don't
me-
have to talk to me about it.
I don't need you to watch it.
I don't
I'm
want to talk
talking
about it.
the, but we're talking about it, Diddy, because this is the point.
And that's why you know I'm not going to watch it.
The other people involved in it, production designer Cave Quinn, right? The editors, Sarah Brosher, who is also known for being the editor on West Side Story, The Post. Costumes were Sandy Powell's, which I feel like one of the things that kind of at some point somebody pointed out Rachel Zegler's hair
Oh my god.
looking like Lord Farquaad. So that was
Yes.
the other thing. They were like, we don't like the costume change. So I'm just going through the list here, Diddy. What people didn't like. We'll get to that part.
I don't want to get to it. I'm just
We'll
saying
get to
that
that
I don't
part.
care.
We'll get there. And then the decision to change the story. And the decision was that the prince, instead of it being a prince, was a thief named Jonathan that apparently changes the whole kind of thing. And there was even a Rachel Zegler quote on her talking about how weird it is that the other prince had like significantly less screen time. Also, the prince doesn't play any part in really the story. Snow White is the hero
Yeah.
at the end of this
Like
film.
she said,
At the end of this film,
Yes.
but not the end of the Disney the
No.
Disney cartoon version, right?
You
Yeah,
know,
no.
the prince that just shows up out of nowhere,
Mm-hmm. The prince shows up
like
out of nowhere.
saves Snow White and just like, I don't know,
Yeah.
happily ever after.
Mm-hmm.
Snow White, yeah, like they abolish the villain in the movie, like Snow White does,
Mm-hmm.
with the backing of her people,
Mm-hmm.
right? Because that's also the other thing is about the movie being about a corrupt leadership and not being exactly what somebody seems that they are.
Mm-hmm.
And the other one, and this one was a little bit more about Snow White, yeah, I guess rising to the occasion to like lead her people or become the leader that she knew she could be.
Mm-hmm.
And in doing that in a compassionate sort of way, because like, right, she like tells everybody who they were before like the tyrannical queen kind of took power
Mm-hmm.
or whatever. Maybe, I don't know. It was fine. Gwen and Finn watched it. My 5 and 6-year-old, they think it's the best thing ever.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
They don't have any affiliation with anything else in that film, right?
Mhm.
So that's why I want to like kind of look at it objectively. For sure, a lot. So this is why this is a tough movie, because there's arguments on both sides of the aisle in the film, because there was a large group of people that were saying the movie was too woke, and there was another portion of people saying that they did not like Gal Gadot because she was a soldier in the Israeli
Mhm.
military.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like from all sides, it's showing you kind of like this is a reflection, I feel like, of what's happening right
Mhm.
now in the country in general. And that's what makes this movie so interesting for me, is because we're taking people playing in costumes. I don't know, right? We're taking people playing in costumes who really, that's kind of like their job. Sure, it's high paying, because their opinions, because they have a platform, is going to obviously hold some sort of weight. But when the two things kind of cancel each other out, you kind of see, I guess, at some point, what's really going to matter is it a good movie?
Mm-hmm.
Right? Because of that. Like, the only thing that would have saved Snow White is it probably if it would have been some sort of gangbuster revolutionary story that people would have been like, hey, let's.
That's like asking the question of can you separate the person from the art? Right. And like that's a question that is always asked when it comes to art and when it comes to someone's creative style, because it's one of those things where you're wanting to create this thing. You want the best person for it if you need the assistance with it. And that person is, even if we may not necessarily agree, usually putting their heart into their performance with that. Right. So it comes down to, honestly, just can you separate the person from the art? And to some people, you can't. And that's okay. Because like that's kind of like me with companies, right? Like I will not bend on some of my morals. If you actively like donate to like anti-LGBTQ people out there, right? I will never shop with you. And I am very conscious of that. And I genuinely don't like go to, like, I don't go to Chick-fil-A, for instance, right? But it's the same thing with this. Can you go and enjoy the movie and walk away saying it's good if it is good?
I think separating the art from the artist exists before the artist did something horrible. So it doesn't apply to when they have already done that thing and then they cast them anyway. And I think the majority of people's problems with this film was Rachel Zegler just being an asshole on the red carpet. I don't think I don't even
think she was an asshole, because I think
most people
she was.
couldn't
everything
stand
she
what
said
she did.
was cleared by Disney PR, right?
Listen,
I mean, like,
she was icky about it and people hated it. And she was the main reason why people didn't like the film or like didn't want to see the film. Like they hated her.
Yeah,
well, she was
just
the
for
reason half
just for
of people didn't
just
want
for
to see it.
talking.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Which I feel like she was
It
an
was her
upcoming
attitude.
star, though.
Yeah,
she
it
was
was
like
her
West Side
attitude.
Story. She won a Golden Globe for that. By the way,
Yeah.
Rachel Zegler.
Yeah, but then her attitude threw everybody off. I don't have a problem with her. I think the way she acted on the red carpet was weird,
Mm-hmm.
but I'm like, okay, whatever. I don't care.
Yeah.
Like you're a famous person. I don't care. But the art existing, the accepting the art after whatever that saying is. I'm just saying that isn't a thing. That's like talking about Woody Allen. Can I watch Woody Allen films now? Can I watch this now? Because they were in
Are you
it
listening to Michael Jackson?
and they were so bad. Yeah, exactly. Can I do that now that I know all this stuff about them? It's not this multi-million-dollar film being made. This person was already a war criminal and they hired her. There was an amount of outrage that should have been enough for them to be like, we shouldn't have her. Also, on top of it, not a good actress. Had to watch it in Spanish. Okay. Then they're going to hire her. Everyone is outraged. I mean, everyone. I'm not going to say everyone because I think that a lot of Americans don't even care. But I care, and a lot of people do care. And she has publicly talked about killing children. So I'm not going to watch that movie.
I don't know. Okay.
Yeah. Well, you don't know, Pablo.
Well, I don't know, maybe. And that's why I want you to explain it to me.
Yeah.
So
what the IDF does?
No,
what they do?
I'm going to take the bit of the Anthony Soprano.
I'm just saying that the art existing before the artist kind of thing, that's not a thing when the atrocities existed before they became famous.
The Middle East has been in unrest for a really, really long time. And I'm not saying that there hasn't been some sort of American involvement in causing distress, just like in Central America, right? But these people, I'm
not trying to sway whatever you believe in. I'm just saying I'm not going to watch a movie with an IDF soldier.
Here's the other thing: is I'm not telling you to watch the movie. This is a discussion a little bit that deeper.
I'm just saying that I don't think that that's why the movie crashed. I think that a lot of the people. Well, I think a majority of America didn't like Rachel Zegler after she came out for Palestine, and then they were like, "Look what she did to poor Gal Gadot." Like, I feel like that's America.
I don't think so. So for the other side, let's explain a little bit about what Rachel Zegler did. The only thing I think that Rachel Zegler was being criticized for the most is that she had a tweet, and it wasn't even a regular tweet. It was a subtweet below it. Let me see.
So she did the bare minimum.
She did
of having a platform.
Yeah, she did
just saying.
And always she said something like "always remember free Palestine" or something of that nature. I think was.
I feel like the majority of people didn't like the movie because of Rachel Zegler, because she was nasty on red carpets.
Well, this is what people also thought about Rachel Zegler.
I didn't hear anything about Gal Gadot, honestly.
That's
I didn't hear a single thing.
This is what's also interesting about me, Diddy, about it, is that you kind of inspired this because of the fact that there is such controversy around Gal Gadot.
Mm-hmm.
And once more, I think for the longest time, the perception of Hollywood of her was this was perceived to be a positive thing. Right? It was like people were like,
because I never watched the Wonder Woman movies either, because this is.
Well, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
I didn't know that at the time, but I do remember them talking about.
The IDF's been bad for a long time.
Yes, but also everybody does have to serve in the military in Israel. Everybody.
Why'd they move there?
So I don't know. She was born there. Nobody chooses the circumstances of the place where they were born.
Okay.
Is that not true? Like that's literally the discussion that's being had on a greater stage right now on other perspectives. Things is like people being like the privilege of you don't get to choose where you were born.
It is.
Nobody does.
So insanely different from immigrants from this country than colonizers going to that country for 75 years.
I'm saying nobody chooses where they're born.
Right.
Am I wrong?
I don't want to talk about this.
Well, I'm just wondering, is nobody gets to choose, right? You have to be able to kind of clearly state that. Is that not the case?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure her parents
did you choose where you were born?
There. I'm pretty sure her parents moved there and she was born there.
But this isn't about her, but do people choose where they're born? Nobody chooses that. And that's the ultimate kind of mindset of it.
I don't want to talk about Zionism right now because you're going to just start to piss me off.
I'm just saying nobody chooses that. That's exactly what it is. So the argument you're saying is why'd she choose to move there? I don't think she moved there. I think she was born there. Everybody has to serve in the military. once more, I just want to state facts.
No, I
don't
think
even want to
she
give
was
any
born there
opinion.
because she has an accent.
Okay, yes, that's what I'm saying. Nobody chooses where they're born. That's why I'm saying she was just born there. Everybody in Israel has to serve in the military. She does have an accent. I don't know enough about Gal Gadot
So
aside
Her
from
beliefs still hold strong.
I'm gonna interject for a moment. Gal Gadot was born in Israel. She was raised in Israel. Two, she did serve in the IDF, as with everyone in Israel has.
everybody.
Yeah,
in Israel
everyone has to. I'm not saying that.
Two, she was a trainer in the IDF. She never saw action. She never was deployed. She simply just trained people.
Yeah.
And that's her work.
But she glorifies it.
But that would be the same, like, to play devil's advocate though, like we're all upset about the situation happening. But
I mean, you're playing devil's advocate about Palestine?
Yeah, for a moment, yes.
Okay.
Right? And that doesn't speak to my beliefs on this, right? But what I'm going to be comparing to is Gal Gadot, not necessarily the situation happening with Israel and Hamas and Palestine, right? If somebody were to have come from like North Korea, would you have the same view of this person if they were trying to make a different life for them and they came?
How long has that regime existed though?
Why does the length of it matter?
Because
also,
in the 75 years, my grandpa's older than that.
Yeah, but also,
this has been going on. I mean,
it's been going on for hundreds of years. It's but
the
war
Nakba happened
in
75 years ago. If you guys want to talk about it,
but no, Israel and Palestine and all the Middle East have been fighting for their holy land for hundreds of years.
Thousands.
Yeah, thousands.
Yeah, but
an
apartheid has been happening for 75 years. So you're a part of,
sure,
apartheid,
the evolution of what was previously happened there. Right. I'm not once more, not even my beliefs on the situation, and nor do I really want to dive.
So anyway, Snow White is really great. I don't want to talk about it because it's honestly really upsetting me. And you guys want to play devil's advocate? That's fine.
But I also want to have the discussion. The reason why Drea's even here is because I want to talk about more. I was talking about Rachel Zegler.
Yeah.
And her take on the entire situation.
Because that's crazy.
It is crazy.
Because that's crazy to like literally hate a movie that somebody's in just because they were on the red carpet and said like some gross narcissistic things, and then not hate somebody who is like an IDF soldier.
I think it's all fun crazy. I think it's crazy. I think it's crazy hating somebody that we don't know because we have a parasocial relationship with people that we have that have no real involvement in our daily lives.
I honestly can say that all IDF soldiers I do not like. And if any of them were in the movies, I would not watch them. Even if they were born there and they had to be there. Because she could be speaking out about it right now, but she's not. She's saying, yeah, Palestinians are all terrorists. She could be speaking out about against right now, but she's not. So I kind of see where her loyalties lie.
Well, I did my homework on what
she was forced to be in the IDF.
And I have a step-by-step breakdown
sure
of all of the things that she has said. And originally, she was very neutral on the subject. I'm not saying, once more, I don't know who she is. But I did kind of try to find as much as I could. There's a few different articles of the timeline of what she did. Once more, I don't know her well enough. And I got the same information that she was a trainer.
I think that we should change the subject and just talk about Snow White.
Okay, so let's talk about Snow White, the movie. That's where I was getting to, actually.
Get to it.
The movie itself.
Yeah.
And the message.
Let's stop talking about the actors in it.
Well, I have to talk about the actors because it's a major portion of it. And once more, I'm going to quote Angelica Escobar of Latina Media. And she said, casting Zegler does not only check a diversity box, it brings an emotional authenticity to a reimagined fairy tale about identity, loss, and empowerment. For once, a Disney princess does not reflect the fantasy ideal. She embodies the strength of a real girl. So she's more real. She's more relatable, right? It's, I think, kind of the breakdown that she was giving. I do think, once more, she didn't. You know what? I think we watched, and Adrian even called me out on this twice, because I watched the movie twice. And both times after the Apple scene, I stepped aside to do like parental duty things. And he's like, you're not watching the movie. hey, what happens? Does she eat the apple and does the prince kiss her? Is that how she wakes back up?
That's original. No,
No, that's the original.
Yeah,
but in
the
new
prince
one,
wakes her up. She eats the apple, it's poison, and then she, dies. And then the prince comes and kisses her, and she comes back to life. That's like how the original, I think the Disney original one, that's what it was. I struggled getting through that movie. Okay, because when I had to rewind it and watch it in Spanish, and I started watching it from the beginning, I was like, okay, it's cute. I do like the songs. The songs are good. Okay, I like her singing on the songs. I cannot say I necessarily liked her in the role, and I'll I'll tell you why. The acting seemed so like
dramatic for no reason.
And it got to the point where I was like, okay, now I'm cringing every time she says something or looks in the camera. I'm like, you're doing too much. Okay, but she is a good singer. I liked the music. I didn't like how they were changing the story around. I understand what they were trying to do, but especially by putting a person of color in a role like that and changing what her motives were and who she was. I get what they were trying to do, and I can appreciate it. I didn't like it. Because when I watch a Disney movie, I think a part of me, I'm just like, okay, this is going to be just as good as the original, but it's going to be real people. So then that's why I like the Little Mermaid so much, because literally it was the consistent with the story, right?
And they added some stuff, but it was like
they added like a song.
It was like Disney.
They added 2 songs,
yeah.
But still
this
the
was
story.
A full-on musical. It felt like
it, and most Disney movies are.
Yeah.
But this one, like there's something. The costume, I wanted to barf. I was so annoyed by that. I had a hard time watching the movie. This is why I feel like I'm so Disney brainwashed, because if I get so annoyed and certain things give me anxiety watching a movie, that there's something wrong. There's something wrong. Her dress, I wanted to throw something at the TV.
Yeah.
I was so annoyed with her dress. They could have done way better, but it looked like a costume.
Yeah.
She looked fine, I think.
I saw the pictures of it.
It looked like a costume.
That was people's concern from the very beginning. They should have listened to people.
Yes, they didn't listen.
It did look like a Party City kind of vibe.
Well, at the ending, she had a very elegant Lord Farquaad-esque outfit.
The hair was crazy.
I think the hair.
I don't think the hair was that crazy.
Look, I've seen
with that fuck ass bob. Are you joking?
I didn't think the hair.
I've seen different variations of how people would have. People on the internet, how they would have styled their hair. I've seen way better. I'm like, they could have done.
They did a weird hair.
Something else. I was so annoyed, and so I struggled kind of getting through it. And Lord Farquaad right there. I struggled getting through
that outfit is like straight up.
The dwarves.
Yeah, okay.
I tried to like the dwarves. I liked their rendition of the song. The way whoever produced that, they did a good job. Okay. But no.
There was another controversy, Diddy. Let me get through it before.
Don't put your hand up to me. I'm sorry for my outburst.
Let me just get through.
I'm not sorry.
Let me just get through another. There was another controversy surrounding the film, which could have also affected the film. That was Peter Dinklage's, I guess, like, and last episode, I jokingly called Peter Dinklage the king of the little people.
Yeah, bad move.
What?
Taking job and literally. This movie took jobs away from little.
And I didn't mean. It's a joke. All right. Look, it was a joke, y'all. And then it's funny. I had seen another interview with another person. That was he's a little person that was a hornswoggle for the WWE. And it's terrible that I don't know his real name, but he did a whole Chris Van Vliet interview, and he kind of called Peter Dinklage out. He's like, not he made the Diddy argument, actually, not the Sean Combs, the Olivia Diddy argument of that's not fair for him to cost a group of actors a potential role. And although there were like body doubles and stand-ins, that's still not the same.
He's a lot of roles now, and now he's a famous person, so he can just get whatever role he wants. But a lot of little people don't have the same privilege as him.
Mm-hmm.
And then he was like, "Hey, we shouldn't be doing this." And it's like, but it is a role that now is like gone
Mm-hmm.
for little people. So
It did bug me, and then the fact
That
that
Peter Dinklage said that.
no, it bugged me that
There
they
was CGI.
yeah,
Yeah.
and the reason why
weird.
is because I felt, and then they didn't call them dwarves; they were referred to as magical creatures. And then so I was like, okay, that's not the story. So then it just starts getting off to something else, and then I get like my ADD. I'm just like, okay, I can't.
Yeah, there was a moment where it's like, but like I said, look, Gwen and Finn were really into.
I mean, yeah, kids, they're gonna, like I said, I'm semi brainwashed. Okay,
yeah.
so when I watch stuff, Disney specifically, I'm always like zeroed in on.
Yeah.
Okay, this is better be how I think it should
How-
be.
yeah.
You know,
I mean, also like there's that nostalgia of it, and then you watch it and you're like,
Yes.
wait, that's not
that didn't. That's not what I.
that's not the same serotonin I got the first time I watched it.
Yes, exactly. But that's why I liked Pinocchio. And some people look at me crazy. They're like, Pinocchio. I was like, yes, because literally it was the
Looked
movie,
like Pinocchio, yeah.
but it was live.
Except at the end when Geppetto's like, Pinocchio, I just accept you however you are.
Yeah,
I know.
That
It was too
corny as hell.
He didn't even turn into
I
a
just
real
you
boy.
gonna be
He
you
didn't
can be a
turn
wooden
into-
boy forever.
Where's
I
the
love
Jonathan
you.
Taylor Thomas at
You're
the end
like-
of that movie?
What?
But I liked it because literally it was the movie.
I get that. Yeah,
Do you see what I'm saying?
yeah.
Yeah. But it was just like
Cynthia Rivas was the
she was the blue
Blue
fairy.
Fairy in it.
She
Yeah.
was gorgeous. But like in Snow White, and one thing that really started bugging me was when he chased her into the forest, right? So she's in the forest and it's sunny. It's super sunny. They were apple picking, or she was apple picking, and the guy threatens to kill her. And then when she runs off, all of a sudden, it's not sunny anymore.
The hunter.
Yes, but I don't know. I don't know if it was the cinematography.
Yeah,
But
well, we're going into the dark forest. I think that was intentional. I want to say at some point. Oh, look, I'll tell you, the cinematography in the movie was
The dark forest is literal in that.
Well,
movie.
yeah,
no,
it's
I
happened.
know, but I
no,
think
I mean, is
it-
that for real?
Yeah,
Like,
I think that was in the original too, right?
it's in the original, but the way they did it in the original they
more
just couldn't.
transitional. Yeah,
Yeah.
looked like she'd been running.
I
for a
could be
minute.
wrong.
Yes.
I could go rewatch it. All right.
Yeah,
Yes.
but not just like I'm in the dark forest.
I'm in-
No, it's
Like I
night.
turned, like literally, he almost killed me in the daylight, and then I turn, and then all of a sudden it's dark and scary, and things are
Right.
trying. No,
Yeah,
I was
Talking about the
annoyed.
hunter.
Yes,
Yeah.
the hunter. Yes,
I
could have done without her song. Sorry, I have so much.
She had a lot of emotions, Rachel Zegler, in that movie. Like, I feel like she emoted a lot during singing in like some of the weirdest, but not bad ways. I guess
seems
she
like
just,
the acting was over the top.
way over the top.
and I
look.
just get that from the trailers because I didn't see
Way it was way over the top. I
Yeah.
could have done without the Evil Queen song. She had her own little song in there. Could have done without it. That made me like kind of cringe. I was
Yeah.
embarrassed. I was like, oh my god.
not a good actress.
Rachel
just-
Zegler or
No, Gal
Gal
Gadot.
Gadot. And I can't get
Oh,
out
now
of
you're
my
talking about Gal
She's
Gadot,
not-
huh?
she's
Yeah,
not
she's
bad.
not a
can't-
good actress.
You
Like, I,
tricked
like
you.
all
I
I,
don't-
could think about is that clip of her, and I don't even know what movie it is, but she's like, Max Lord, you're putting yourself and everyone in great danger.
Oh,
Give
yeah.
me the stone. Where is it? That's all I could like comes to my mind. So like,
there's a lot of clips of her being bad.
There's look.
at her
cringe.
new
You
job.
can
that
do
she
that
has.
with
Cringe.
anybody. You can make a highlight. I can make a highlight reel
Hello.
of everybody on the show, and I can make a
There's-
low light reel of
There's
everybody on
a
the show.
well, don't you dare.
I'm a video
but
editor.
also,
I'm saying,
just saying that she's not a good actress. Like you cannot sit there and say that she is. She's not.
it was just all around. Just
I'm not
ugh.
saying she's a terrible actress. I'm not, but
I'm-
I'm not saying she was fantastic. Look, aesthetically, she fit that queen.
She
pretty
is,
well.
She's a stunning
there it
human.
is.
She's a stunning
No,
human.
no, I don't
And
mean it
there it
like that.
is.
I don't mean it like that. That's not how I mean it. I'm saying aesthetically, like she
Okay.
matched the character, and the costume design in the movie for her was fantastic. Like she had a whole headpiece that was like these like individual jeweled pieces that was the original Evil Queen's
I think you're
headband.
talking about the costume designer on that.
Yeah, absolutely.
there.
Well, not just the costume design, the hair, the makeup,
Yeah, so
everything.
that's not acting.
No,
Yeah.
well, but
She
But you have
she
to
like
still
fit
fit
she
the
fit that
character.
like
She
mold.
she was
She
stoic.
looked like the character.
yes
you mean.
there she
looked.
she
like the
was
character.
evil at some points. She,
Yeah, she was.
she's not great, but,
Got him.
but I'm not saying she was.
watch it in Spanish and she seems so much more evil. Like
Ooh.
when it's in Spanish, it's very much more
because the actor probably
Um,
brought it. They probably brought it.
Do you want to get into the other aspects of what the look? So, all
The
right.
movie's a disaster.
get
I don't
it.
know. Watch it. Watch it
No,
if you
because
want.
I don't think the movie is the point I'm making in this is I don't think this movie was as much of a disaster as any other Disney live action remake. I think there was a lot of outside circumstances that also affected
That
the film.
affected it.
And what's going to be interesting that I think of, because nostalgia is a hell of a drug and it's a filthy, filthy lying lover.
Mm-hmm.
Right? I think that at some point, my children, 20, 25 years from now, may be talking about this movie being some sort, and who knows, Hollywood will probably have rebooted it 7 times by then. Who knows, right? And they're gonna, those circumstances at some point, I don't know if they will fade away or if they'll just become more prominent in the sense of like, oh, this movie kind of kicked off. Because what is interesting about it, Diddy, and you must admit it is interesting that there is such two-sidedness. It's like literally like everybody shit on Snow White. They all came together. This was the one bipartisan fucking thing that everybody fucking, people were like, it's too woke. People were like, she's an IVF soldier. People were like, the movie is like, there's so many interesting parts that outside things that had nothing to do with the movie, but because two people, I guess that once more, I feel like dress up in costumes.
I'll have to watch the movie, but also
now you're gonna watch the movie.
Good luck.
I'll
Oh, now
watch
you're
it.
gonna watch the
Good
movie.
luck.
Yeah.
Diddy, now
if no one,
no, you just
if
said
no one
you-
gets paid, if no one gets paid,
No.
then I'll watch it. But
you-
I'm just saying, I've seen Rachel Zegler in the Ballad of Songs and Snakes, or Snakes and Songbirds. Snakes.
I
and
think she's
Songbirds?
very talented. Rachel
She's
Zegler.
a really good singer.
and I think even
Has she
through
seen
that bad haircut, she still
have you
looks
seen
beautiful.
that movie?
She did.
Have you seen that
She was-
Hunger Games movie? Any of you?
I
No,
haven't
the
seen it.
I
like
think I
the one
did.
that's like the prequel or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah, I did.
So you did?
Yeah, it was one of the few movies I saw.
Yeah. Okay. Tell me, Jeff. I love that. She's a really good singer. She sings like 4 songs in it. She's a really good singer, but the acting was wild. And I was like, this is like taking me out of it like so much because like the acting is wild. But I don't hate her. Like I want, like maybe she'll get better or something.
Mhm.
But she is in that movie was not great. And then I've seen, I've seen like maybe one movie with Gal Gadot, and it was like,
Look,
yikes.
Gal Gadot is a Fast and Furious actress, so
Is she in Fast and Furious?
yes.
Oh,
Is
she
she?
is? Where?
That's where I believe her debut, like to acting, came in.
Interesting.
She came in, I think, on the 5th or the 6th one.
Oh, I haven't seen it. I haven't watched those.
Look, here's what I'm gonna say about Gal Gadot. I'm gonna say my piece right now, Diddy. Okay.
Go ahead.
I don't think.
Be cautious.
I think that people are much more than certain circumstances they were born into. I also don't think, and I've made this argument before, which you haven't liked. I don't think her opinion fucking matters. I don't think anything she thinks about anything happening in the Middle East matters because she ain't doing shit. I don't know if she's donating money. If she is donating money, that's fucked up. I couldn't find anything. I don't feel like people actually donate money. I feel like some people say they donate money or whatever it may be, but maybe I don't know. But also, like I said, I don't think
That's crazy.
that what she thinks is going to affect me on a political scale, just like the people that thought the movie was woke, because like that's clearly
I don't think
not,
that's why they thought I was woke.
no,
Mhm.
that's unfortunately, there's a lot of people that will instantly think a movie is woke if they recast like one of the lead characters to be
Oh,
a
as a
character of
person
a,
of color.
of a
Sometimes
person
they
of color.
do. Yeah, person of color.
And
Yeah.
I get it.
I'm willing to say that maybe 99.8% of the people that even use the term woke to refer to recasting of people's races as fictional characters
Well, I'm
will
just happy.
probably fucking believe that.
I'm just happy that Disney recast somebody, a person of color, and as not previously a ginger. I mean,
Oh,
so ahead of their time.
I also
They're like, you know who could be recast in this? The redhead, and we'll make them a person of color. It's like, you know, anyone
yeah.
could be recast. Actually,
well, they start making gingers leads. Cowards in Hollywood over here.
well,
Shut up.
I feel like everybody is
Ginger's
gonna,
have been leads.
everybody's gonna see the movie through a different lens. There's people like millennials who we don't like change. I don't like change. I like for things to stay the same. And then there's people who are younger than me that they're like, oh, I like this new, this new spin on things. I can appreciate it. And then there's people who go to the extreme and they're like, it's super woke because she's Latina or, so everybody's going to look at it through a different lens. The lens that I looked at it through, I don't like a lot of change when I watch a movie, especially a remake. I want to see the same thing. But then there's other people that are like, I want something different.
Yeah, but once more, the original Snow White was not like anything to be like, what an amazing story. It was like the simplest of shit, and it was just really great, groundbreaking animation. And that's all that it really was.
That's all that it was.
And I think you got it right. The original Snow White wasn't anything. Like, it was just the first really amazing animation. And that's what people, the story wasn't like insane, and that's what Rachel Zegler was talking about. She's like, the man's not going to save the woman, and that's what people were like, hell no.
Which is why they don't need to make a remake for every single Disney movie.
Just make new movies.
Make new movies. If you're not going to keep things the way that some people think they should be, or if you're not going to stay true to the story, then don't remake it.
Or for the love of God, do Treasure Planet. Hell yeah, get weird with it.
I think they tried to get weird with it, and so the other problem is they did try to get weird with it, and then Disney blamed a lot of stuff with on gay storylines. They're like, this movie wasn't successful not because everybody's locked away because of a deadly virus, but because there was a same-sex kiss in Buzz Lightyear.
Oh, 100%.
It's like you're a little off with that one. And even that Strange Planet movie that got no bad marketing, there is like a gay storyline in there, but they're like, this movie wasn't successful.
They're even trying to blame it on Luca.
It's like,
and
Luca's also not a gay movie.
Not a gay movie.
No.
It's fantastic. It's just everybody's thinking about it way too deeply. That was an actually very innocent little film.
Very innocent.
Yeah, it was really innocent.
And people are like, gay. And it's like, calm down.
I didn't think that.
Yeah,
I didn't think that at all.
Also,
if it was that, who cares?
But there's stuff that goes over kids' heads. Once more, we've seen it within animation for many years. I watched Bugs Bunny, and there's jokes in Bugs Bunny that I can go back and watch and be like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
But my kids are watching it, and they don't think about that.
They don't
I spent live action Atlantis or live action Treasure Planet. Disney, you cowards.
My other thing is, I feel like there was a lot of amazing artistry in this film as well that is going to now go unrecognized because of Rachel Zegler and Gal Gadot. And I find that to be a problem, because I think there are artists that are genuinely, it's cool. Like, look, me as a podcast producer of Disney was like, come and fucking make this Disney-esque podcast or whatever it may be. I'd fucking be all about it, and I would put my energy and effort in it, because it's like, hey, that's the fucking dream. As much as we criticize all these big corporations and stuff, at the end of the day, we're like all kind of dreaming. It's like, man, I want to be like a decision maker in one of these organizations. And I think there's a lot of people that are going to get lost, as well as like, it's sad. I feel like what we should probably also recognize that this is also such a female driven film. Like the director, right? But I mean, like, there's a lot of like really talented females that were involved, powerful females involved in making this movie. And it was like almost like a super band of friggin' people here, like the editors, the friggin' costume designers. The movie, like I said, aesthetically is beautiful. The costumes, I didn't run into that. But once more, I mean, I'm fucking wearing a cut off Stone Cold Steve Austin t-shirt. So I don't know if I have much room to talk about
it.
Fashion.
It was aesthetically, and I looked at that too, because I was like, oh, okay, is it too much? I was just looking at it kind of just like, okay, this doesn't seem real. When I was looking at
surreal.
The costumes, I was like, okay, this doesn't and then I get turned off.
Like, it looks
but
fake.
I like
it looks fake.
Yeah.
But with like, you like that.
I liked that
You
in
like
this
the
one.
vibrancy.
I feel like it seemed to, I ran into that in Aladdin, because like the Prince Ali number, I feel like should have been bigger, and it seemed like it was on a set. I didn't, from the amount of attention I paid to the movie, I didn't see anything in it that was like the set looks small. It seemed a little bit more grand in a certain way. So then so in that case,
But the
I feel like
costumes,
I feel like it worked a little bit more
too,
for me.
You know, when someone's wearing a fake,
I like comic
like,
accurate costumes.
a costume from like Party City
Mm-hmm.
versus
I
a
don't think
homemade
this
costume.
did not look like a Party City
It-
costume.
Oh, 100%.
Looked fake
on.
as hell.
This looked like a Party
Yeah.
City.
100%.
Yeah,
Y'all are
100.
ruthless.
And I just kept looking at it. I couldn't stop
yeah, the costumes look bad.
looking at it. I
And
was
that's just
so
from the trailers.
I was so annoyed. I
yeah.
was just so annoyed. There's just like so many
Yeah,
things where
and also, just real quickly, speaking on all the people that worked on this film, amazing people, talented people. I'm just saying, they could have done the ugly Sonic thing where they heard the outrage and they heard everything. They heard the costume.
That's the problem.
They
Is
heard
there
the
was
costume
outrage
was
from everywhere for this film.
Yeah,
There's nothing.
so
That's
adjust.
it's the one thing the internet unified to realize that they all hated it.
Yeah, so it did bad. So you guys didn't do anything to change that outrage. They still had
they didn't do
those
anything.
people in it. They still had a bad costume. The bad costume was one of the first concerns. And then Rachel Zegler, and then Gal Gadot, and then
and her hair and the dwarves.
And it was like for 2 years that people were like, "Fuck this movie, we'll never watch this movie."
Yeah.
And then they didn't do a single. They just went on to make it.
Yeah.
And then they're like, "Why did it do so bad?" And it's like everyone was telling you the entire time you were making it that it was going to do bad.
They shouldn't have even started.
Like, they should have listened to everybody's outrage and changed it.
Yeah.
I'm rewatching the
cool.
Oh no, I'm sorry. I'm rewatching the Gal Gadot musical number, and I will tell you that it without any sound, it looks really bad.
Yeah.
See, I told you.
Watch it with the filmmaker's eyes, Pablo, instead of your little parents' eyes.
It looks corny.
Your
it's
little
terrible.
Oh, my kids really loved it.
And then
it
when
must be good.
I am watching it with the filmmaker's eye, and it's pretty fucking impressive.
Watch it.
I'm just saying that nobody listened to the outrage. All these people did not listen to the outrage. They had a ton of time to change everything.
Look,
costumes
in a world, I guess, where they got rid of the Batgirl of the was it a Batgirl movie? I guess
Batgirl
100%.
Disappeared.
They scrapped it because they were like, "Wow, people really hate this."
Wait, Batgirl with Alicia Silverstone?
No, there was a Batgirl movie with I can't remember her name, but it was like a really cutesy like teenage Batgirl, and Michael Keaton was Batman in it, and Brendan Fraser was the villain in it.
Dump it. That's what people were like. They were like, "Dump it."
Michael Keaton was like the mentor Batman in it, and it just they just like no, gotta go.
You gotta listen to the people that are paying the bills.
But everybody loves Michael Keaton and Brendan Fraser. They have no controversy.
No, because they're good guys. Look it up. They're good.
From a filmmaker's eye, I will say it's good. But we have to move on. We can't keep talking about this. Final thoughts on Snow White. Anybody? Get it out.
I haven't seen it.
I would not sit through it again. I'm glad I didn't.
What are you rating it?
I'm rating it like a 3.
All
3
right.
out of 10.
You haven't seen it, Adrian. Did he? What have you?
He watched it.
No, he watched in the back. I know how he watched it. He didn't watch
brother.
it. No, he didn't. Did he?
Lean in, brother.
Are you gonna watch it?
No.
Are you gonna?
I might watch
don't.
it.
You don't need to.
I might watch it if it's ever free somewhere like
I was
YouTube
gonna
or
say,
like on a.
You
Scrap.
have a Disney Plus account.
Yeah, I pay for that, huh?
Yeah, but whatever. It's still on the platform.
You paid for that.
Would never. My son might watch it.
Yeah.
I mean, he watches.
I
Yeah.
actually don't have access to that right now because my sister's been using it. So it's like this household is not connected to this household. So
Oh,
I'm
I
like,
hate
I
that.
can't even watch Disney right now.
Streamers.
annoying.
Last thing on the news
Trying
and
to
stuff.
watch Encanto last night. I can't even.
Oh, I love Encanto.
Kind of
don't talk about
talk
Last.
about Bruno, man.
So good.
That's one of my favorites.
This was the last bit of news.
They
and
better not try to remake that.
No,
They're
I
1,000%
They
gonna
bet-
remake that.
they better not do a
They're
live
gonna
action.
do it.
This is a KTLA story. This is just a fun little transition.
All right.
Apparently, the Hollywood is opening up. TV studios sound stages have now been opened up to content creators. So Capri Sun, Kraft, Pert Plus, who wants to sponsor us?
Capri Sun.
I will drink that 64 ounce
Yeah.
Or the 10 Capri Suns or whatever.
It's
pouch
10?
every day.
It's 10 Capri Suns.
Yeah.
I don't know if you guys
That's
know
great.
this, but filmmaking in Los Angeles is on a downturn because we've realized we've
It's
created
expensive.
too many rules for ourselves that we've restricted ourselves to making movies. Because everybody's just trying to get their hand in the pot. One studio is turning to people we've been seeing more frequently in entertainment, social media influencers. Basically, a lot of LA studios are now opening up sound stages. I don't know anybody in this photo aside from Logan Paul because he's on WWE sometimes. Jake Shane, Kiki Palmer, live streamer Faze Clan. I know Big Sean. Utilized facilities. Basically, it's also helped attract major brands like American Express, New Balance, and Walmart. But yeah, we got a studio for rent too. If anybody wants out there.
All right.
I don't know. I think this is interesting because I think
Give him the address.
it's interesting that internet is turning into television. Like that stuff that started off as YouTube, all these other like formats like this, right? Turn into now TV.
Shows, yeah.
Yeah. And somebody will see Diddy crashing out earlier on this episode if you
Listen, I didn't crash out. I'm telling you what.
We all have our episodes.
It's all right, Diddy. Still,
I do not accept that.
I mean, I went off
Sure.
on Super Bowl. So
Tell me Jeff blacked out on Super Bowl. I usually like, last thing, look.
Adrian just went like this to me.
Today's haul.
This is the last part. We're going super over on time, so I don't want to go too long, but I went to a few comic shops, got a couple books. The book that we highlighted was from Oni Press, by the way. We'll just get right into this. From Oni Press, the book is called Benjamin by Ben H. Winters. And it looks crazy and surreal. And in all honesty, the time got away with us. We weren't able to read the whole thing. We'll read it. We'll report. But Benjamin is available at your local comic shop from Oni Press. I picked it because it looks, like I said, a super surreal, weird LA story with beautiful artwork by Leo Max. Is that what his name? Sorry. Let's see. Ben H. Winter, art by Leo Max. One word, by the way. Colors by Luca Pratelle and letterers by Becca Carey. The book looks awesome. It is a number one that you need no prior knowledge or insight to be able to enjoy. Like I said, weird surrealism, Secret Life of Walter Mitty, kind of fantasy, but reality, Twilight Zone-y looking sort of LA story. The Last Witch from Boombox came out. A new episode, a new Falling in Love on the Path to Hell. Godzilla versus Avengers. What do you need to know about this? This is Godzilla versus the fucking Avengers. What more must I say about that?
Godzilla.
There's an Exquisite Corpse. I buy anything that is Godzilla versus something.
Yeah.
Exquisite Corpses #1 had a reprint as well as issue 2 and Bug Wars issue 5. Reason I'm rushing through this, Tom and Jeff, because I got something exciting here.
Ooh.
And I know you would. I went to Golden Apple because we had a show with Alfred Banks. I went to Golden Apple. Adrian wow. Shout out to Nathan Haskell out there. Adrian just pointed out that Benjamin in this comic book looks like co-host from the Abdominal Stretch.
You got to say it. how
Nathan
you said it.
Haskell.
He said, why Benjamin look like Nathan?
That's it.
You got to say what
I'm
he
going to show
said.
this to Nathan on Saturday. We'll recap that.
He'll love
I
that.
got this Somna card game.
Ooh.
Okay.
And
How
I
do
was
you
going to open
play?
it. I don't know.
Yeah. How do you
Is it-
play?
This is today's haul.
What is it?
It's
This explains why when I got here, you were like, "You're not allowed to look in this.
yeah.
You gotta
Yes.
wait."
I'm going to open it right here on the air.
Is this appropriate?
I don't know. We're about to find out in a minute here. Somna is a very
It's a game
sexy
for couples.
Somna is a very sexy book from Distillery by Tula Latoy and Becky Cloonan. This female collaborative team that wrote this like super smutty It's basically a girl who is married to the guy in town during the Salem witch trials, who was like the lead prosecutor for all the witches. And she starts having this like affair with this demon in her sleep. And it's like,
Yeah. It's like the Crucible
And
mixed with the witch mixed with like smut.
It's super smutty.
so
It's like a
much-
smutty
it's-
romance novel,
it's
but
so
really good.
though. Like
Yeah.
it's good.
But the thing is look, the book is stunning. It is one of the most beautiful pieces of art I have like chef's kiss. One of the most beautiful things I've ever seen created. Like it's a really awesome representation of the comic book format because it is. Gosh, why I can't open this thing? Because it is so smutty.
Yeah, the nails.
I don't have nails.
I said give it.
All right, open it up, Diddy. I don't know what the card game is. While she opens that really quickly, the other thing I got
Really easy to open.
in the what we got freaking serial killer nails. Beneath the Trees Where Nobody Sees from IDW has this like really beautiful hardcover.
Is this
That
ASMR?
includes
Yeah.
I think like the original story from Comic-Con in there as well. All right, how do the cards look?
Like I want them.
Like Samna?
It kind of looks like
What is the point of the card game? What does it do? Is it just cards?
is it a matching game?
I have no idea. Is it?
Well,
No,
who's got
because
the
there's
box?
like I do. Wait, where did I put
I
it?
have the box.
Oh, okay, you have it. Ooh, it's really
What did I
really
just do with
pretty
the
though.
box?
Can I have this?
Yes.
No.
I give it.
Oh,
I-
it's right here.
I want it.
Here's the box. No, there's nothing on the box. The box just says
There's no
step into the
instructions?
dark world of Somna with a wicked social deduction card game. Play as a villager, a witch. Oh, this is a werewolf game.
Oh, okay.
Have you guys ever played werewolf?
This is
Mm-mm.
fun, dude.
Interesting.
It's really beautiful.
Scan for the rules. Okay, is there anything inappropriate?
Let me look.
Hold on, don't show it to Adrian.
I was
Don't
he's
you-
gonna hand it to you.
Don't look at these cards, buddy. You just passed these cards.
Oh
Well,
no.
take a look at them. They're fine.
What-
No, honestly, there's nothing
Yeah,
inappropriate.
he's
Okay.
15.
Let me see. Let me
I'm
flash me one.
A card.
A card.
hey.
Like
No,
what
honestly-
is happening?
honestly,
It's needed because
there's
it
nothing
is Somna.
inappropriate.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Boring.
Yeah, so the way werewolf works, so this is a game of like deception. I'm assuming.
wanna
Oh yeah,
play.
so this is the villager. Yes. All right, we're gonna do a whole episode on this.
And then you're gonna give them to me.
We're gonna play this card game.
Yo, I'm hungry.
I
Where-
am too.
I'm just letting y'all know I'm hungry.
This is. Do you know how to play werewolf? Explain werewolf to us really quick, Tommy John, and we'll wrap this up.
Let me Google this.
No, whatever. Look, some people, so you hand out these cards. One card will be like, you are a werewolf, and then the other card will be like, you are the freaking sheriff or something like that, and the other ones are like, you're a villager, and so basically everybody like puts their heads down, and you want to play this in a larger group of people. Everybody puts their heads down, and then the narrator, there's one person that helps narrate the story, will say, all right, now the werewolves' heads come up and nobody else can see who the werewolves are. And they're like, pick somebody who you're going to like eat. And they'll pick somebody out, like a villager, somebody to kill. And their point is they're trying to kill like the sheriffs or the werewolf hunters and the villagers. And then the other people get a card that'll be like, I'm just a villager. And then everybody goes back to sleep.
Heads up, 7-Up.
Heads up, 7-Up again. And they're like, oh, the werewolf has killed this person. Now you guys debate on who you think is the werewolf, and somebody has to accuse people of being a werewolf, and you have to vote somebody off.
Oh, so it's kind of like Traitors, the TV show Traitors.
Sure.
It's
Yeah, that's
it is.
exactly what it is.
It is
Right?
like Traders.
I knew it.
If you've ever played the game Bang, it's also a lot.
I
like
love Bang.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
I love that.
And if you've ever played the board game Secret Hitler, it is also
Oh,
like
I've
was
never
really
played
fun
that
too.
one.
That
I
was
think
really
I'm gonna
fun
avoid
too.
Secret Hitler probably.
so.
But Bang is really fun.
Bang
played
is
that one.
Bang is a lot of fun.
Okay.
Uh,
Okay.
It's good. It's good.
Oh, okay. Well, now it makes sense.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we're gonna do. I guess we're gonna do a Somna.
Thank
sounds
you.
like we're gonna play this.
We got to get a lot of people for that.
at dinner tonight.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Um,
Adrian goes, "Maybe." Thank you for that. I love it. I love it so much, Pablo. Thank you. I forgive
You're
you.
very welcome.
I forget.
Drea, we're gonna have you back on the show because I feel like we always want to talk a little bit more about what you did as a
Mhm.
Disney princess because you have some insane stories.
Yes,
Let's
I
leave-
do.
Before,
Also, next time you're here, we should talk
No,
about the American Psycho skin routine again.
Yeah.
you got to give us before we wrap it up. Give me one Disney story that people may not believe that comes along with the pressures of being a Disney character in a live action.
Disney.
Ooh.
Oh wait.
Oh,
Okay, wait. Say that again.
IRL. Is it-
IRL.
What,
Oh,
like,
okay.
of
I see what
something
you're
that
saying.
you like is an expectation that is or a good thing or a bad thing. I don't know. What's the good, what's the
This would
bad, what's the
probably,
ugly?
Probably be more of a negative thing. Being told that your arms are too big. Before you go to do a show, literally 10 minutes before you go on, being told your arms are too big. And yeah. So I would say that's like that was really hard. But I'm telling you, the PTSD, but it's not all bad. It wasn't all bad. I did love creating magic.
Yeah. You had some great moments with some kids, I'm sure, out there.
I did.
Loved.
I did. I loved seeing the smiles. But yeah, that's probably something that kind of sticks out in my mind that I think about often.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's
the world is a nightmare.
IRL, right?
Yeah.
IRL.
You said IRL.
Mm-hmm.
that's tough.
I hope you're happy.
I wish I get told my arms are too big.
I
It's the
guess
opposite
if you-
for
I guess
men.
if
They're
you-
like,
if-
"Bro, your arms are too big, dog."
If you ask
I'd
me
be
like
like,
what's
"Fuck yeah, they are."
positive, what's negative? Okay, so the negative is like you're always being
Picked
like
apart.
Under
picked
Sounds-
apart,
scrutiny.
under scrutiny. You're always being told you're not good enough. Positive part is you make somebody's day or you make somebody's whole life.
Ah,
That's probably the positive part for me.
that is really positive, that part.
I know it is. It's so sweet. Yeah.
Hmm.
Bubbles.
No, I'm just thinking about it. That's tough, and that's how I'm just gonna feel like I'm gonna give you my Jerry Springer final thoughts. Is I feel like living under a microscope has to suck.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. People's opinions, I feel like oftentimes take too much weight on us. Your arms are perfectly fine. Yeah.
Thank you.
Nothing should change about your arms.
Thank you so
Right?
much.
And
you hear that? You hear that, Disney? My
Pablo
arms
fixed
have
it.
always been amazing.
Your arms are perfectly fine. But
Always.
I don't know. Let's all try to be a little bit more understanding. of
Why
one
are you
another
looking at me?
as humans?
As humans.
I feel like us as humans can just listen to each other and have the tougher conversations from time to time.
Why?
Let's talk. Let's talk it through.
I like that. I like talking things through. I
You
like
gotta
that.
talk it through.
I like it. Yeah.
I like to yell about it.
Anything else? All right,
No.
Drea, where can we find you on social media? If people want your skincare services, what the softball that I was lobbing up for you, by the way,
Mhm.
of like, what would you add to a skincare routine? It'd be like, I'd probably add like a weekly visit to your facialist.
Oh my God. Pablo, you are brilliant. Definitely add monthly
Yeah.
visit to your facialist, which could be me.
Let's fake that clip. Let's just like,
Okay.
I'll edit it into it. I'll be like, so Drea, what do you think he could add to his skincare routine? Yeah.
Well, he could definitely add few monthly visits to me on
Yeah.
a regular basis and a few microchanneling treatments as like a preventative,
There you go.
I would say.
You can find Drea at the OC Facialist _
That's right. At the OC Facialist _.
You can find Tommy Jeff where?
Oh yeah. You can find me here.
You can find Benny
You
Beignet
can
terrorizing his sister ballerina.
And
He's-
then
Benny Beignet.
Yeah,
Cute.
Benny Beignet. Diddy, where can we find you? Not
What
watching
are you
Still Life.
laughing at? What? Here at Deeper Issues Nerdcast or live.julian on all other social platforms.
Yeah. Hey, we had a badass show this last week. We raised a little bit of money for the ACLU
Yeah, we did.
Nice.
by raffling off some comic books. And we're going to be doing a lot more of that, hopefully, to raise a little bit more money for the podcast.
I love that.
Yeah. So next time, be kind, God mind,
Why
and then
are you
all of
looking-
your issues with comic books.
Fantasies of God